Are you loading? Yes, you are loading. Very good, little one. Very good, little one. Now then, I shall quickly set everything up. And we want to play some WoW. Play some nice old WoW. Also, because I couldn't help myself, I've quickly fixed up a few more things to play around with. Because, well, that's just who I am. Eating with one hand. Well, thank you very much, strategy member. And welcome back to you too. Don't you want back? Now, I'll wait a second for YouTube to load, because YouTube always takes a bit of a time. Then, I'll play some WoW, and I think it's good and proper that we watch some more of that unfolding catastrophe that is Christian, only so we can actually finally get and finish part 10, where we actually have the full story together with the Kronos, because oh boy. I am really curious to see how this all plays into one another by the end. But you know, we'll find out one way or another. Never ever start something like this, because when you start once, you kinda wanna see how it ends. And you know, if you just watch the beginning and the ending, you kinda wanna know what's in the between. How that fuck came to be. And I will find out. One way or another. Ugh. Oh, it's like Game of Thrones. Kinda. Although to be fair, I've never watched that one. Mostly because I was at one point forced to watch like 2 episodes of it and they didn't pull me in and I was like, meh, not even gonna try. Screw you. Oh, like Hand of Prince. Hope you can stop. Indeed. Okay, nothing has sold. Nobody was surprised, but we tried our best to make some money. And YouTube has loaded. Now let me see how that little window capture of ours looks. It looks good. Probably need to move it around a bit. Well, I mean, you don't really need the map, honestly. Just put this up here, and you'll see all the important little bits. Cleanse it a bit more. Put it up there. And yeah, you can basically see all you want. You want to see this? We're gonna push the play button. I think this is around where we stopped. And
January 5th, Christian finally released Sonichu episode 18 to the public. The prologue of the story once more establishes that all the relevant characters are of legal age by showing the birthday parties of Sonichu, Rosechu, and the chaotic combo.
Very important to point out they're all of legal age.
Bubble surprises Blake with a birthday cupcake, and they share a kiss. The episode itself begins with news reporters covering the spring break party, with the anchor of FQX News, Greta Squall, without warning, tearing off her suit to jump into the party herself. The scene cuts to DJ jams to Sonichu, with Ang smear Chandler for keeping Quickville clean, noting that nobody has to go home drunk or Somki. He then promotes Quick Cola and informs the listeners of the upcoming events. The scene then joins Gigliami and Blanca backstage, excitedly waiting to perform.
I need to finish
and the
my
Rosechews
little
are at the beach
dessert.
enjoying the sun.
Got myself
when
a
they
pudding.
spot a
I'm quickly gonna eat this. So. Enjoy some entertaining.
Informs Bubbles that there is a Sonichu
pudding.
crystal in the ocean, ordering her to fetch it.
That's a chocolate pudding.
Sarah Mackenzie and the late Sarah Jackson make a cameo appearance.
And
Chris incorporates an illustration made by Panda Halo into the artwork. Bubbles brings Blake off to the side and tells him that after she receives the crystal, they will meet under Pier 969. After she leaves, the dark new character assumes Bubbles' likeness. Chris then tells the origin story of this new addition to the cast, claiming that one egg from the Rainbow Blast in episode 1 was launched into space and landed on the moon. After it hatched, Count Graduan appeared to mentor it into adulthood. He announced that she would not be able to give birth, but in return would acquire both male and female genitalia. She, or he, evolved into Sylvana Rosechew. Back in the present day, Bubbles is searching for the crystal.
Somebody who's so afraid of not being straight.
The Disney animation, The Little Mermaid.
Ending in him after that character, eh?
Blake has just purchased a box of condoms labeled Jimmy. When Sylvana, disguised as Bubbles, surprises him, she convinces him to forego the condoms. They get to the pier and have sex. Unbeknownst to Blake, Sylvana secretes a sleep-inducing nectar from her vagina, which tranquilizes him. Bubbles then texts Blake, letting him know that she will meet him soon. So Sylvana transforms into Blake. In the meantime,
At
when she
least,
tells
I have to
Wild
admit,
how much she fancies
storytelling
Angelica,
is so
but
rather
can't seem to
creative.
express his feelings for her, Wild informs him of a dating education class at Quickville University. They agree that they both will join it. Gigliami is backstage and discovers the sleeping body of the true Blake. Bubbles is about to meet with whom she thinks is Blake when Magi-chan sends her a message telling her that he is an imposter. Skeptical, she tells him to use a thunderbolt attack on her. Unable to replicate the attack, she realizes that it's not the real Blake. But before Sylvana could destroy Bubbles, Magi-chan teleports her to Blake's bedside. Finally, Gigliami gets to perform the song War of Love, written by Blanca Weiss. After she finishes, Christian
Hello
informs
there,
his
little
readership
Terry.
that Blanca found
This time on the
herself
other
a
side.
boyfriend and moved back to Kentucky.
Yeah.
He also
Give me a second, I'm
mentions
just
the
finishing a
difficulty
little
he
pudding
had
thing.
in choosing one out of 3 women he was flirting with over the internet.
Enjoy some good old-fashioned
Fortunately, God
Bush chat
and
while this
Jesus
is going
made
on.
the decision easier for him by killing Sarah Jackson in a car crash and revealing the other to be a troll, possibly referring to Jesse Ruddy. This left only Sarah Mackenzie
Chocolate
unscathed, promising her his
Didn't be in
virginity
Discord.
and eternal loyalty. He gives a brief message of condolence to Ryan Cash.
Give me a second, I'm going to take a look.
On the same day the comic was officially
I'm gonna do some
completed,
leveling,
Chris
watching some
received
Christian
an
on the
email
side.
from noted game designer
Usual.
and the then senior executive of Nintendo,
Then
Shigeru Miyamoto.
We'll see
an
where we go
elaborate
from there,
scheme of a troll.
basically.
The fake Miyamoto told him that he was
Now it should
interested
ping.
in meeting Chris
why
concerning
it
the
didn't
Sonic
start, though.
video game. The same troll also assumed the role of James Zilberstein, the alleged lawyer for Nintendo of America, who was often referred to by the nickname Jay-Z. While very flattered, Chris voiced his concern
Give me a second to
concerning the
finish.
commute to Nintendo headquarters in Washington
I
State.
quite literally came back
The
right
following
after
day,
eat.
he expressed
eaten.
his elation in a
And
video.
then I was like, shit,
For
I
those
forgot
of
my
you who
dessert.
own a Nintendo Wii and the Animal Crossing City Folk game,
Ah,
you'll be interested to know.
sometimes you just
Sonic
crave
Shoe and
something
Rose
nice,
Shoe.
easy, and sweet.
Actual villagers coming to your town. February 24th, 2009, my 27th birthday. And
Indeed.
also with that,
A little chocolate
I
pudding.
am definitely in
Quite
talks.
tasty.
Aside from
Not
the
something I
Nintendo
always
associate
saw.
who
Not
have
usually,
who has
yeah, but
informed me about
I was
the
craving
Animal
something
Crossing
sweet and I
deal,
thought,
as was
and
well,
the supermarket I was
the
like,
lawyer
yeah,
of- the
yeah,
lawyer
yeah,
of
that's
Nintendo
gonna be on the menu
America,
today.
who I will not reveal their names.
Ah.
Keep them
It was tasty.
quiet
Now
there.
then.
He talks about an issue concerning
Phew.
the names of some of his characters.
I have.
Okay.
I am working on the edits among the comics. With name changes of some of the
Now then,
characters.
what were we doing
Because
last?
some of them are based on real
skulls.
life, but most are not.
Oh
And
yeah,
also, I had
the annoying
to
part of the
talk
quest.
with the lawyer and sort out
It's
which
fucking
were
great, yeah.
which were
Oh,
both
sometimes you
relative
just need
to
that.
Sancho himself and the franchise.
No,
but
I feel
as well
energized.
as those are only relative to me
We're
and my
playing very
person.
well.
And
Yeah, I
those
mean,
that were
we're doing two
not
things at
relative to
once,
either
so
one.
take your pick.
And, just let y'all see what I did with my Wiimote and Nunchuck. Look, Sancho colors. And I painted
no
silver
then.
C's around the Wii. Make it more like Queek.
Because wow is something I can do in the
just keep that
background
CWC there.
while I actually listen to what's happening in the story.
Okay, so
Very advantageous, honestly.
enjoy. Continue to make Sancho and Rose Shoe very popular and praise him very much. Then we can get the games made. Alright, that's about it for now. Have a good day.
Christian was told by Miyamoto and or Zilberstein
You
that he
really
was
never
legally
learn.
obliged to change the names of all the characters in his comics who were based on real people.
I know.
He
Surprising,
proceeded to
isn't
go
it?
through the entire Sonichu back catalog, altering the names of people from his real life. Mary Lee Walsh, for instance, was reimagined as Sloweel Ryam, and sometimes Sloweel the Witch. the
He
names
does
of whom being
indeed.
based on
It's,
the reverse spelling
it's a
of Mary
strategy,
Lee
remember, you
Walsh.
get used to him.
Despite him manually altering all the instances of actual people being mentioned in his comic, he made no attempt at correcting the numerous spelling mistakes present throughout.
Come on, if you do a fucking rewrite
Likewise,
anyway, then
he
at
was
least...
instructed to change his Kamehameha attack because the word curse was deemed too aggressive. Chris consequently changed it to a Shinyehameha, which was likely to have been a reference to the anime series Excel Saga director's name, Shinichi Nabeshin Watanabe, and is a similar use of wordplay to the Nabehameha, which is the iteration used in Excel Saga. This ongoing relationship between Christian and Miyamoto came to be referred to by the trolls as the Miyamoto Saga. They began to apply this label to other past interactions with Chris and particular people, be they real or fake. For example, his relationship with Megan became known as the Megan
I think
Saga.
disappointed is a very
His
nice way of
conflict
putting
with
it. Most people are
Stackhouse
not
was
just
the Adam
disappointed
Stackhouse
with
saga.
Chris,
and his
They
failed
are
romance with Blanca
outright.
became the Blanca saga. This categorization
somewhere
system
between
became common practice with
disgusted
future
and,
trolling endeavors and important life events.
Absolutely
On January 6th,
devastated.
the same troll who posed as Miyamoto and his lawyer assumed
The question is, I know where the story is going, and I wonder when and how we're gonna go there.
informing him that he had been assigned
Because
with
as
the
much
task
shit as
of
I'm seeing in his
redesigning
life,
the Sonichu website in
I'm not
anticipation
seeing
of Sonichu and Rosechu's
how it
incorporation
reached
into Animal
that
Crossing.
consequence.
After a few
Yet.
exchanges, Christian gave Greg the administrative password to Sonichu.net,
Good.
which was
Oh yeah,
swiftly
I forgot
changed
you're an
so
idiot,
Chris could
aren't
not
you?
access it anymore. His other themed websites were also blocked.
Hmm.
Mace claimed that lawyers representing Sega suspended the site due to a copyright conflict. Despite Mays denying it, Chris accused him of being a troll. Now listen, sir. I want you to restore all the files you've deleted from Sonichu.net, the Sonichu and Rosechu fan site, Quick's Pokesite 2, and the other Quick sites that were on there, or I will have my lawyer, his people of
My
Nintendo,
lawyer.
and the people of Sega, even the power of Mr. Miyamoto himself, bring in a tracking team, track you down, and force you to restore Sonichu.net, and all with a cruel, beating up, terribly painful punishment. You do
Sure,
not want to
sure.
remain on my bad side. My fangs are sharp, and I can thirst for blood, even though I am Cherokee, not a vampire. Greg Mays even showed Chris a mock-up of the proposed new design to prove that he was not a troll, only to be apparently fired by Nintendo. Look, thanks to a mistake on Sega's
I mean, at some
part,
point you
I've
would
lost
reach
my
the point
job,
where you
and
just
now I
would
can't
stop
feed my kids
believing
for the next week.
anything.
I offered to restore the
You
site,
just
but you
deny
wouldn't let me. So the
everyone as a
client,
troll off
you,
the bat
has
instead
been
of
lost,
waiting and
and
then
my
go like,
employer
but
just
you're a
fired
troll,
me.
aren't you?
I'm crying right now.
Jesus
Thanks.
Christ, Chris.
Christian made a video addressing the issue.
He never learns.
Unfortunately, due
That's the
to,
worst, actually.
A troll having
He continues down
found
his path
access to
without
the
any
fan
fucking
base behind
change.
Sonichu.net. It is
It's the worst
temporarily
part
shut
of it
down,
all.
and I cannot change the password at the moment. But apparently the guy said that he can't fix
Okay,
it. So
summon a succubus to do some
Well,
damage, because
forcing
we
him
need
to
to
do
go
it,
in there
so,
and kill some people.
know,
And that's gonna be
Greg
painful.
Mays.
I'll die a few times, I'd
Greg
imagine.
Mays at gmail.com
Now what?
with 3 G's.
Now, little succubus,
In
we
the Greg.
kill.
If you do not re-upload Sonichu.net, that's the way it was. I will come down at you. With my boys from Nintendo and my big
Yeah,
and my
your
boyfriend
boys from Nintendo.
Jay-Z. He gonna come down with his boys from Nintendo and the boys at Sega. They're gonna track you down. We're gonna punish you for what you did if you don't bring my website back up to the way it was.
That's still
Jay-Z,
recharging.
if you
Not what
were
I
one
wanted
of the
to do.
trolls that wanted a response, you're getting it.
It is indeed not what I
Listen
wanted to
me,
do.
you
That's a
jerk.
bit much.
Re-upload it. We're gonna rain heckle on you because I'm not afraid to show my fangs.
Thanks, Chris. That's what I wanted to see.
I digress. Peace and love to all the rest of the loyal Sachi and Rosechu fans. Thank you for your patience.
Okay, let's see
Despite
if we
the
can rig
troubles
one or two
concerning
of
his
them down
website,
here.
he continued to correspond with
Far
Shigeru
away.
Miyamoto, recounting the
That's not gonna
discussions
work
he
well.
had with his parents. Mr. Miyamoto, my mother has given the issue much thought, and she feels that she should come with me to be my escort. Personally, I also would
Yes,
feel
bring your
better
mother
and
to your
safer with
business
her
meetings.
around.
That's gonna
I'm sure
impress
you
them.
can understand, since upon my understanding based on your past story ideas with Pokemon at least, and Ash with his mother in the second and third movies, my mother and I felt the sense of those who worked on them had deep affections for their mothers as well. We were deeply moved. My father, who has traveled with General Electric, says that Nintendo should pay for mine and my mother's tickets in advance. Then my mother and I can pick them up at the airport. Please let me know swiftly if it's possible. Due to our financial situation and my father being a penny pincher, we need you to advance the tickets to me and my mother, please. Barbara herself contributed an email to Miyamoto.
Okay, let's wait until
We
he comes out.
apologize
We're not
for
gonna
any
plunder the
inconvenience.
bodies, we're gonna
A
let
rush
them lie
request of
so
this
they don't
nature
respawn
jams the
immediately.
thinking process and does not allow
In
time
my
for
fucking
working
face.
out all details to travel from coast to coast and does not allow for necessary financial arrangements. We thank you for this opportunity and hopefully can come to the best solutions for all involved
damn it,
in
game.
this venture. Robert and Barbara, writer, have both had experience with big business with General Electric Company.
Yeah,
and
I
Reynolds
don't believe he
Metals,
will change
a
for the
historic
better.
value to the computer world.
Basically, we're watching the past right now, before
Development from the beginning,
we started
and
with the
without his
Kronos.
knowledge, NES might not have arrived
So,
so soon.
we know he's gonna
Look
get
forward
worse
to
from
joining
here on
with
out.
you in this venture.
Already.
Yours truly, Barbara Weston Chandler, mother. Robert Franklin Chandler Jr., father.
Mm-hmm.
After arranging a new date, Chris presented
Just
Zilberstein
wonder
with
how much
new game
fucking worse it's
ideas,
gonna get,
talked
honestly.
about his vast game collection, and suggested that it would be no trouble for Miyamoto to send him $800 to cover the trip to Washington.
The car
He
should make a
suggested
health
a plan
stand,
B, which involved
Oh
flying
boy.
Miyamoto to Chris's house instead, but understood that it would be challenging given his busy schedule. When suggested that he should sell
no
off
shit,
his
Sherlock.
games to pay for his trip, Chris stated that he couldn't due to the history he had with them. He also talked about receiving a monthly social security payment for his disability, and then talked about the numerous times in his life he overcame the odds. On January 12th, the troll behind Greg Mays told Chris that he was actually Jason Kendrick Howell, and said that in order to regain access to Sonichu.net, he had to make a video announcing that he was either straight or gay, leaving the choice up to Chris. He made a 9-second long video stating that he was straight, holding up a poster of Britney Spears as proof.
You just
Don't
should be
you
request.
forget
I didn't send you a request
Insulted
at the
by
very
its
least.
brevity, the one who called himself Jason ordered Chris to make a much longer video. He conceded, making a near 10-minute long video in which he professes that he is straight.
You know who I
Yeah,
am.
he did that
But
before
I have
already. It's
randomly
not really
decided to
something
make
new
this
for
video
him.
because I am sick of all the false accusations
Professing he's
and
straight is
rumors
basically
and slanders that have been going
one of
around
his
on the
standard
internet about
trademarks,
against me.
honestly.
So I tell you for sure and for true that I am straight.
Well, we know.
Most of my
You've told
friends
us
in my life
multiple times
have been
already.
female.
Actually, you will.
I've had only few
tell us so
male
much more often.
acquaintances, and they definitely turn me off, the majority of them, because they are rude, crude, and inconsiderate, causing wars and such.
Yeah, how horrible of them.
But women are so kind and sweet. And you don't have to look at any
Okay, there are two of them. That's not
any of them in
good.
bikinis or in a nude to fail to see the beauty in each and every wonderful woman. You know, between them and me and the majority of the world, we all just want to be understood. And I understand the ladies.
Yes, Chris,
I
you
understand the
really
women.
do understand the ladies. Very, very well.
See
For fuck's
the
sake.
sheer brilliance of their delightful personalities between each and every one of them.
Mm-hmm.
And just because they act in a harsh nature, even
Let's do
when
some
they
health
should be
back.
calm and peaceful, they still
Ah,
care
shit, started plundering them. That's
about
not good.
the men in their lives.
That's not good.
And especially the children
Because we need them to be
that she
dead.
and her husband put together. Like I would be putting together with my
I would really like to take a look around the corner there.
sweet panda. Never gonna give you up. I appreciate the inner beauty more than the outer beauty, but yet I am attracted to the outer beauty as well, as the majority of my gender should be able to appreciate.
Ouch, 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 this is going to
And
fucking
Playboy
hurt.
has been able to help us in
We're
that
gonna
sense
run
to
away now.
better relate and further our
Guess that's not
appreciation
gonna
for the
fucking
female
work.
species.
I can tell
The
you.
females, the women, the beautiful ladies.
That was not what I intended to do.
But I digress with holding a Playboy. I still care about the women.
No, no, you care
And
about
I even
losing your
go as
virginity,
far
my friend. That is all you care about.
as
You're
to
thirsty as
stoop-
fuck,
stoop
quite
to
literally.
one low level.
That is all.
You're in trouble
Boobies.
now.
Vaginas.
I mean, that's quite literally all he cares about. I mean, I have known my share of, you know, thirsty bloody
Christian
virgins
Western
in my
Chandler.
time.
I am straight. Peace.
After the video was completed, Hal asked one
Come
more
on,
thing
die,
of Chris.
die.
Saddened by the loss
Yes.
of both of his own parents, he wanted Chris to make a video with Bob and Barb and have them
Yeah,
express
Sati
how
shows
proud
that
they are
he
of
has a
him.
lack of being
He
clever.
said that he would film it soon.
Right,
He never
literally,
did.
he just wants to
On January
fuck.
15th,
He's not honest
2009,
about women
Chris announced that
liking them,
Sonichu.net
their
was
personality. No, he
restored
just
and
wants
also
to bloody
uploaded
fuck.
a video officially denouncing ED.
But there's no
I am hereby making it official and making a
fucking
statement
way.
that
Put this nicer.
that majority
He is
to
just
every
thirsty.
single detail on that heinous page against me
And I do mean
is
really,
all a
really,
pack of
really fucking
lies, bunch
thirsty.
of slanders, twists of my own actual words and drawings and such for the trolls
For the love of
/
God.
Foley's own evil purposes. I'm a good person. I'm good-natured, but I will show my fangs when I have to.
What's with that whole
Only when I
showing of
have
your
to.
fangs? That's really not impressive.
I'm showing my fangs right now against that page.
He also thanks Sarah Mackenzie and the Sonichu girls for their ability to appreciate and understand him for who he is.
So I'm making it official. Nobody will be allowed or ever able to use anything on that page.
Okay, one of the assholes in here is dead. Reduces the number of potential assholes a bit.
Or something similar along the lines
I hate
of
cleaning out
running
this
to
fucking
Christian
house.
Weston
Yeah,
Chandler,
such
or
a
Christopher
fucking
Weston
annoyance.
Chandler, or even Christian Weston Chandler, or Christopher Weston
And
Chandler.
I do remember this part, which means it was annoying in the past too.
Among those names.
And nothing has changed.
I curse you all
Always good
to
to see.
bad luck and extreme misfortune. Shinye Hame Ha!
Oh,
Peace.
The following day, Christian stated that Jason had seized control of Sonichu.net once again and announced the conception of his new domain.
That bastard, Jason Kendrick Howe, the guy who originally started the Encyclopedia Dramatica page, hacked my tripod account the first time, and even after recovering the password and full capability of the tripod account, he just had to do it again. So in the future, from this point on, it's sonichu.info.
On January 17th, the troll masquerading as Jason Kendrick Howell revealed himself to be Ryan Cash's older brother, Clyde Cash. Refusing to believe this latest revelation, he continued to refer to the troll as Howell and left an angry message on his voicemail.
Jason Kendrick Howell,
I'll read you.
everything. You have driven me so beyond the wall I can't even describe it.
Well, Succubus, come back to me. Come back and help me.
With Troll's moves and behavior becoming predictable, Chris could have had the sense to ignore them, as he had stated before, and not fuel
Yes,
the fire.
he could have understood
He could
that
have realized
by
that the
putting
troll's
oil in
own
that
grave
fire, he's
before
gonna get
attention
into more
and would
trouble.
grow in tenacity once noticed. Clyde Cash would prove to be no different.
That spell isn't ready yet.
Gonna call the other one in, isn't it? Yep, it is. Follow me, little succubus. We're gonna run for our lives. Oh. For fuck's sake, game! Oh, game, you are such an asshole sometimes, aren't you? That
The
is again.
conversation eventually moves on to other topics.
I'm gonna take a zip now while we run back there. See, I hate this building. I really hate this building.
They're more beautiful. They're like, they're true works of art in their own way. Just like, the statues that were built in past
Nothing but a
times.
good bit of water to keep you going. Although I might actually change over to coffee at some point. Should I make a
Chris
new one
admits
for
to
coffee,
somewhat
I wonder?
approve of sex
Maybe.
between sisters.
I mean, it's not like we're gonna
Yeah.
reproduce, you know, so there's no messed up stuff there.
I don't know.
Apart from the fact that you're trying to sleep with your fucking sister, which is weird enough.
Like, it's possibly okay, but I'm not saying for certain. Alright, so anyway, I'm going to get something to eat, so I'll come back later. Yeah, I'll take care.
You too. Good night.
Alright. Bye now.
Yeah, stop talking. I make it look more gayish.
Wow.
Amongst other things, yeah. He's really not
I got most
helping
of it
his
recorded.
case in most
I got it all
conversations.
recorded from when I returned back.
It was possibly around this time that Chris sent Cassie Rosechew 23 locks of his own hair, enclosed in a bag, with each lock accompanied by an official seal of approval,
Why?
intended to be shared amongst members of the Sonichu girls.
Why,
He
Chris?
also attached a letter. I felt I should send you the sample of my hair locks I was able to divide for you and your friends, including Sarah May. Enclosed in are 23 locks of my hair. I felt bad
Pretty
for
much
not making
disgusting, yeah.
200 cards in the time. I've been through a bunch of bad times, and some good. I
Ah.
trust that you can understand fully.
Also that handwriting. I
and
mean,
thank you for
I'm
that.
left-handed. My handwriting
When she
is
finally
fucking
received
shit.
the package, she
And if I
stated
write
that the
somebody
mail
a
was
letter and have to do
greasy
it by
and had an
hand,
odd smell.
I take the time to write very slowly,
February
very
4th,
deliberately so
Christian
that you
held
can
his
at
second
least
mumble
fucking
chat.
read it without getting
This
eye
time,
cancer.
he was
Jesus
joined by
Christ.
Clyde.
I mean, come on.
Look, I
Yeah,
know
don't
it's
worry
a
about it.
terrible mistake I made, but I plan to make it up to her. I didn't marry them.
Believe you me,
I'm doing
I
it so
know.
she feels
People have always said I had a doctor's handwriting, basically. I was like, yeah, that's a very nice way of saying that my handwriting is shitty. I know. No reason to make the
During
point
the lengthy
again.
chat, Chris answers many questions from the people involved.
You've been in an automobile accident. I mean, were you drunk?
No, I was distracted.
Yep, they did.
By what? I mean, it's kind of hard to be distracted. You gotta be focused on
I was
that.
doing math in my head.
Dealing with this
My
asshole is
mind
gonna
got
be
distracted by
painful.
being its own calculator.
I can't cast that yet.
Some kind of savant?
What?
They also confront him about his CAD degree and why he has failed to use it to get a job. Towards the end, Chris is interrupted by Barbara.
Hi, Mom. You want a couple hot dogs? No
Come on,
thanks.
you mongoloid.
Just answering a few questions, Mother. You don't have to answer. Nobody's paying you
Nice.
to do that. It ain't none of their business, no way.
See, I hate this particular building. Remembered it, and it's still shitty, and I don't want to be here, which is I just want to finish it, go out, and be fucking happy with my life.
What's happening?
Well, obviously my mother is offering her input.
Tell her you're just talking
This is gonna be painful, I can tell you.
I hear you, Mom. These idiots that you ain't had no raise and they
Couldn't resist.
don't have any idea what life's going on.
Okay. Now, if we're fast about this, we can get in there, kill the last few ones, and be done with it. It's still gonna be a challenge, though.
Your mother has a beautiful singing voice, Chris.
And Mom, you know what's something else? They like your singing. I don't sing. You just did. It's my life. It's my life because you can hear it. They heard you.
Of course, the other ones too.
You just did.
Means we're probably gonna die, yeah.
Yeah. Yes, Mother, I did. I'm not telling you a story. You have to be honest with me. Cause see, you're certain. I'm being honest.
Behind the scenes, Chris and Julie
Okay,
continued
we'll
to
do
chat on
one
Skype,
more
with
fucking
Christian
try
admitting
there, and
that it
then
had
we
been
go
about
our
a week or
fucking way,
two
because
since he
that
last
is not
heard
going to
directly from
work.
Sarah. Julie convinced him to
Oh.
join another mumble chat the following day.
It's you.
Anyone around here?
Well, I have unfortunate news about Mulvaney. It appears to have been destroyed. I know that sounds strange, but I don't know what happened.
What's the lyric called
I'm really
actually?
worried.
Hang on, I'll Google Mulvaney and see if I can
No,
find
it's alright. I'm pretty sure I know what happened.
That's not many.
Tell me in your own words, what do you think happened?
I don't know.
Shit.
It's just,
I just hope that maybe somebody else would be around to help, but
I
nah.
think he was assassinated.
Yo, Terry, have you managed to get to around level 27 at this point? Just by chance. That would be very helpful at the moment.
What are you doing here?
I just wanted to stop by and say hi, Julie.
Get out.
Yep.
That's the one thing.
Because otherwise I think I need at least 1 or 2 more levels in order to do this.
You must be on your
Efficiently.
drugs again, you jerk.
Not this time. Not this
Oh,
time.
otherwise I'm
I was
gonna
being too
die.
nice last time, obviously. That was me on drugs. I was too nice when I was on drugs.
Chris, I don't think he's gonna leave. I'm scared. What if he tells all the other jerks what we've been saying? What if he knows?
He knows nothing. He's been mostly out of this conversation.
You're
I
right.
know everything. Ever.
Well, that's another way of saying that you know nothing.
So anyway, yes, I do see someone outside of my house. I don't know who it is. I'm worried.
Just best not to
Or
try not to
maybe
think
we
about
can
it.
actually
Someone's
respawn close
pounding on
enough
my
to the
door.
head honcho so that we can just kill him and be done with it. Technically we only need to kill him.
Okay. Yeah.
The other one.
I looked outside,
The
Chris.
magistrate Burnside. Magistrate Burnside. If we can just kill him, we can basically go out.
Yeah, but it's okay. It's only human. You're only human.
They talk about cars, Sonic characters, and video games.
When I do go to Ruckusville, Virginia, I would love to play Guitar Hero with you and Burnout in all the games.
I'd like that too. Play with you.
Which is,
You
let
know,
me guess, the
Guitar
guy
Hero
in the
Encore
absolute front,
on
isn't
the
it?
80s, the Encore number was Play With Me.
Okay, if I stay all the way back here,
That's quite the coincidence.
he's level 30.
So, come play. Come play.
Okay, one try, I'd say.
You know, there may be other things.
It's already failing, isn't it?
Other fun things.
Chris continues to elaborate on their first time
Yep.
together.
Oh,
First we
fucked.
make out.
How much would that cost me?
Perhaps that day I would have
10 minutes of resurrection
eaten
sickness.
plenty of strawberries.
I love
It's not
strawberries.
acceptable.
I'm masturbating right now to this thought. So please continue.
I'd let you pull my pants down and let you warm me up a bit.
Oh
You
boy,
wouldn't
the
mind,
guy would die.
Give me a blowjob at the
I
start
would
there.
mind.
You might get
Great.
some of the premature
That's-
stuff, but you know, at least that's out of the way.
Oh boy.
Yeah, we would continue after that, right?
Yeah, I still got a
Why
lot
are we
more
going there?
tiger in my tank.
Me too.
Chris talks about them engaging in sexual acts some more, and
Yeah,
admits that
thanks.
because he had
I
been eating strawberries
realized.
beforehand, upon ejaculating, his semen would taste like strawberries.
So, there you go.
While it is true, technically speaking, that what you eat does have a bit of an influence on consistency, quality, and also taste of your ejaculate. It's not like you can just eat a fucking strawberry and you get strawberry cum. That's not how that works.
More like you need to be put in an institution. I mean,
No.
you're obviously
Jesus Christ,
delusional.
this.
You really believe that you can smite me and, I don't know, you can stop me with your words. You really think that?
I don't just think that, but I am confident.
Indeed, he's really unwilling to learn. Every single time he uses the same method, he says far too much, he goes far too much into details, and he's far too open about it. What he wants to. I mean, don't get me wrong, I've seen my share of nice-looking women be like, yeah, well, I would like to get a nice tit fuck from her because she has a nice rack. But I wouldn't then go up to her, be like, you know, as my flirting approach, be like, yeah, I would really like you to give me a fucking tit job. You know what a fucking tit job is, right? I use your tits to stimulate my penis.
I am capable
Because I'm pretty sure I would
standing
not
up
succeed
and
with
supporting
that.
myself when I am ready to. But I like to feel like
It's such a fucking fest of nonsense with this
I
guy.
like to feel like I have a woman by my side to help me make sound decisions at the right time.
Spoiler alert, you're never going to get a woman.
Yes, you will. Me.
No, he will not, and we all know it, so stop fucking you pretending.
My cousin did me.
How is he not seeing through this and goes like, yeah, no, you're fucking lying to me. Normally he's such a suspicious little fuck.
Clyde Cash tells Chris that he won't harm Julie if he makes a video confessing that he is gay. Christian conceded and made the following video, apparently saying the word gay for the first time in his life.
You know, the word
Okay, we need to get out of
Gay.
here.
tends to be thrown around a lot. Especially
power
when
run.
One's words is
Never
heavily
fear.
understood one way or understood another way.
I have no
It can mean
fear.
so much.
I don't think I will get away with it, but I have no
He
fear.
left a series of clues that his true
Okay.
fans would spot and come to the conclusion that he was acting under duress.
Okay, we are finally
Firstly,
outside
he
again.
placed
God
a Sailor
bless
Moon
that.
poster in
Not
the
again.
background, which
What am I
also
supposed to
featured
do?
the
Do you
prepubescent
want me to take the
character,
resurrection
Chibiusa.
sickness?
Secondly,
Am I gonna sit here for
he's
10 minutes and do
the
nothing?
Transformer, Optimus
Thanks.
Prime
I'm gonna
to be
drink some
precise,
water.
due to its symbolic representation of masculinity, as Christian had explained in his 25th birthday video. Finally, he is not wearing his medallion, meaning that he is being dishonest. What's more, he acts as if he is in distress every time he says the word gay.
Simply put,
I will, but first I have to get my
I'm
ass
going
out
to
of
say
there.
This, in sound, mind, and body.
So what is this going
Agabian.
on? I'm thinking about getting myself a coffee.
You heard me.
I still have some
I am
in the pot, and I just need to get over there and get it out. So I'll probably do that before we revive.
Again.
Now being smart
A
about it.
male lesbian. Thank you.
After the video was uploaded, Chris
And
held
we
a
can
short
probably
mumble chat
get
with Clyde and
finish
Julie.
one of the quests in Undercity.
I have never heard this word
Then,
in my life.
I mean, we
It's
can
like,
go
lesbian,
back, technically speaking, to Stone
it's
Tail
like
Mountain. We still have a
guy,
quest there.
But it basically means
Might
gay.
not be a bad idea. A bit of a tone change, you know?
Okay. I'll accept that. I made an inferior product. I'll improve it. I'll improve it if they'll.
Because, yeah, I think we need to be at least level 30 before we can do this solo. There's just too many assholes around. That ain't gonna work for us.
If you'll leave her alone.
Man, you sure look
That's kinda how Joe's in Classic though sometimes. You kinda have to accept that sometimes you're just not gonna be able to do that.
Julie, is that okay with you if he sends you chocolates?
Okay.
Yeah, that quest.
And I'll send you some flowers.
And we can
Why?
take a quick trip to Sunderbluff to get some free XP basically.
Shortly after, Chris made another video in which he finally admits to being gay.
You know, the word gay in terms like coming out of the closet.
Maybe even doing a nice bit of
gets
fishing or
thrown
something
around
while we're in
a
Stonetail
lot.
Mountains. Pretty sweet spot for that, I
Anyway,
think.
so to
There are
get
some
to
sweet
the
spots.
point, fine.
Okay, how
I'm
far
good.
away can we
Okay.
get?
Okay.
Okay. You hold the fort and enjoy some of that, and I get myself a nice pot of coffee. We're gonna need one.
I'm good. So, did I really come out of the closet there? It just depends on y'all, how y'all understand it. Peace.
As the video was being uploaded, Chris rejoined the Mumble chat. He admits to Clyde that he probably spent around $10,000 over the past 9 years on video games, and Clyde states Chris is unable to save money in the long run. When asked, Chris couldn't name 5 typical household bills. Both Clyde and Chris say that they haven't heard from Sarah in a long time, and Clyde fears she might be dead. When talking about personal preferences for a girlfriend, Clyde accuses Chris of being racist.
I would care about a black woman as a friend, but you know, I would not want beyond just friendship.
You still have a lot to learn. That's about looks, not about personality. You're still being racist.
Hey,
Got
don't
it.
you play me for no fool, Mom!
What?
What the fuck?
What
What
was
did I
that?
miss?
You figure it out.
Has Christian done it again?
What was that?
Oh, and that just be an imitation of a black person or somebody from Jamaica.
You do know those are different.
I'm not even going to, because I can imagine how his impression is gonna be
You are
like.
racist. My God.
Hey, well, if it fits Archie Bunker's shoes, then let it be. But I am not totally racist, man. I am not racist.
What was that? What was that?
You just threw a label at me, so
He's
I just
not
imitate somebody who actually
racist.
was.
Specifically excludes
Oh
anyone
my Christ.
not white from his
Christ almighty.
courtship.
I don't know what to say.
Although I'm
about
pretty sure the rest of the population will be happy to know that they don't have to suffer through
it. Why don't you do
that.
a Donald Duck impersonation? But I don't know.
Wow, hey, he's actually pretty good at that.
Why do you enjoy scaring me like this?
Clyde Cash requests one more thing from Chris.
I want you to destroy every possession that you'd love to give up for Julie. That will show you your dedication for Julie.
Oops, I need some more food.
Material goods is nothing you need to hold on in this moral world. And you have
Yeah,
tons
spoken like a
of
true
stuff.
fucking communist.
It is only when you lose everything is when you're free to do anything.
Go fuck yourself, I'm not gonna destroy my possessions for you. That's a fucking stupid idea.
Sell your shit or destroy your shit.
Like I was saying, I have my collection of games and stuff. That will not go, that will stay.
You still look like a child.
Will stay until I take it with me into the fucking
I'm
grave
young
if I
at
can.
heart.
Screw you.
Everybody has to grow up.
Soon
No,
after,
they don't.
Christian
Fuck
made
you.
a video addressing his
You will
recent
not.
outing
I
and
refuse.
Clyde's demands.
Hello. Some of you may have seen the video which I've recently uploaded,
Hmm?
saying that I was of the wrong orientation. But I want to let y'all know that I did that to save the life of a trusted gal pal.
Mm-hmm.
So yes, as you can tell from my nonverbal clues, I was lying out of my ass. And
Yes,
also,
everybody
I
could
had
have
to
told
make
us
another-
because you have showed us
another
non-verbal
promise
clues before.
After making
Of
that,
course.
after that I get
Oh,
rid of
that's
some
not how that works,
of
though.
my unnecessary possessions. I want to let him know anyway that I've already started. I destroyed this.
He claims to have filmed himself destroying his vibrator, when in fact, after struggling to snap it in half, he merely disassembles it.
Dun dun dun.
Fucking weakling.
That deed is done.
I don't know, I would
I
assume
think I
those things
proved
are
myself
built
well enough.
relatively solid.
I was holding on to my manhood,
Well,
my straightness by having Optimus Prime on my lap, and my Sailor Moon poster behind me that I look at every night to help keep me straight.
why do you
I was
need that
born
to
straight,
keep you
and I will never be
straight?
changed that way.
You just said you need a
Thank you.
poster to
On
keep
February
you
7th,
straight. That
Chris,
doesn't make
Clyde, and
sense.
Julie took part in another short mumble chat.
His life is miserable.
Fucking-
Look at it, Julie.
Fucking Christ.
Tell me, what have you done of merit today? What have you done today? Go through your daily routine.
I made contact with Julie and expressed my love for her a little bit more.
Your suit's very nice.
Hmm.
Something productive.
Clyde grills him about
Something
his spending
productive.
habits, his reluctance to find a job, and the state of the economy at the moment.
Alright, my mother wants me to go out and get her some bread, some orange juice, and a tuna sub from Sheets.
It's awfully late for that.
Sheets is open 24 hours.
That's nice. Okay, I can't believe you still live
Julie,
with
I'll talk to you later on the PlayStation Network. Goodbye,
Alright, are
Clyde.
you gonna come back to Mumble?
That's something for me to think about. I'll see you later, Julie. Bye, Clyde.
Alright, I'll see you later.
Badly doesn't sell.
Could've been better. Could've been
We can
awfully
probably
better.
go give it to a vendor at this point.
I'm disappointed. And before you all unmute yourself.
Cogs, I'm sorry,
What
I
is
was
it?
still set to stereo mix instead of my microphone because I
Do
was
not.
recording Chris. Yeah, I better stop recording now.
Let's take a nice flight.
Conditions are still extremely dangerous. Winds are shifting. Some towns
I'm
are coming
listening.
under Ember attack. Emergency services have blocked some.
On February 7th, raging bushfires began to spread across the Australian state of Victoria.
Yeah, but that's
eventually
basically
killing
happening every
nearly
bloody
200
summer, to be
people.
fair.
Even though she was known
It's
to
like,
be
oh
living in
wait,
the state of South
Australia
Australia,
burns
it was
again.
believed
Either
that
that or it
Sarah
gets
may
fucking
have been
flooded.
lost to the
One
fire.
or the other. Australia in a nutshell. You can choose your own death, basically. I mean, I'm sure there's some net positives to it too, but... well, we managed one more episode, I guess. Well, to be fair, we started this one already, so... yes, this was known as one of the
To
biggest...
engage in
do
homosexual
remember it
activity,
roughly.
but he defended himself by stating that it isn't gay as long as they're testicles.
Why aren't you starting at the start? Oh yeah, you're the part I
What
missed
made him
again,
this
isn't
way?
it? Except the bit in it was like, huh,
What is
this is
the
not where we left
attraction?
off. Look at that! People fishing! There are
What
people in this
keeps
game.
us fascinated?
This MMO has people
This
in
is the
it.
story of
A
Christian.
whole two. I mean, you know, to some degree, I really like the very bit by bit explanation we get here. I just would like it if it would be a bit more of an uplifting story, you know, of really somebody overcoming his weaknesses and getting all the better for it. That would be
Captain's
nice.
log. Stardate February 8th,
It's that we get this.
2009.
Christian uploaded a video
Man.
announcing his new website domain.
The Sonichu site is back up. It's at sonichuandrosechew.com. That's what it is now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I've been under distress lately. The recent one where y'all may have watched the videos, last two videos before this one.
If we know.
Yeah, forced into doing that. I won't be repeating that again. Hopefully not. Hopefully I won't be repeating that.
Mm-hmm.
Use that take. Anyway, also, if you're on the
You
after
forgot to
pains
cut it,
from
didn't you?
that,
Because it was
find
like,
out
use that
that,
take, and then you forgot to cut it.
There's been some brush fire.
See, that's why I like doing
wildfire,
live content.
that
I
sort of
can't
stuff.
cut it, even if I
Fire
wanted to.
going on in
I just have
the
to take my
southern
mistakes in
Australia area,
stride.
Where
At least I
my
don't look like an
sweetheart,
idiot that makes the note and then forgets
Sarah,
about it.
Cassandra McKenzie, Panda Halo.
I am
She was
forsaken.
in that. She was in
Embrace
that
the
neck of
That's
the
a bit
woods.
too much level-wise.
And I haven't heard from her in like over 2 weeks. And the fire's been going on for like
Fair enough.
during
One
the
net
past few weeks,
positive.
so I pray that
Many
she's still
net
alive.
negatives.
I hope she didn't die in the fire. Sarah, if you are hearing this message, please let me know that you're
Still
safe.
give up the quest and then
And
we'll
also,
go
let me
over
know.
to Stone Talon Mountain.
Can I still expect you over in my
This is
house?
episode 9. Okay, so this episode
Or are
and the
you
next
going to
episode
go
we're
to
gonna
Clyde?
watch. Then we have finally
Please
caught
let
up.
me know. Because I miss you. I still care
Of course,
deeply
you
about
cannot
you,
get anything
Sarah.
positive from it.
Sarah Hart.
Precisely.
2 days later, he posted a video in which he attempted to showcase that the promise he made to Clyde Cash about cleaning up his room had been fulfilled.
For example, there's more walking space. Look right here, there's definitely space between that and the bed. And you look over here.
It still looks fucking good.
More
I mean, you
walking
can have
space
many nice
through the
possessions,
door.
many games and stuff, but you can still
And
keep
I
a
got
nice
that tub off
orderly,
the top of my
orderly way for it.
couch, so don't fall
I mean,
down
my
and hit
collection is nice and
anyone.
orderly.
I had to
I
leave
would get annoyed
other
with that
stuff
much
up
chaos.
there. But at least I didn't have to compromise much. But also,
What is it?
after talking about that and making Clyde know that I've kept my promise. Ich bin schwell, Julie. Ich bin schwell.
Chris was
Okay,
under
that's
the
a quest that's in
misapprehension that the
Terence
phrase
Hill.
meant "I love
Victory
you" in
for
Albanian, when in
Sylvanus.
fact it was the German equivalent for "I am gay."
I have received in the mail today
Hat er gerade
a
gesagt,
letter
ich bin
from
schwul.
Nintendo of America in response
Nice.
to the piece I sent in the snail
Why are
mail.
you raping my language, you asshole?
It comes from Mike Chandler over there. No relation. At least as far as I know.
Yeah, level 30 quest.
Yes.
Ugh, no.
I'm
Proving
listening.
my family and my congregations as well as my own theories. I shall
Farewell.
read to you from
I feel
beginning to
raped.
end.
Who can I now go to?
Mr. Shigeru Miyamoto
Yeah, there has most
did
definitely
not
been
have
somebody
a
with
meeting
knowledge of the
scheduled
German
with you,
language.
nor has
I'm assuming it's the
he
bitch
been
from
corresponding with you.
Moldavia,
Mr.
the
Miyamoto
big
speaks
country.
and writes only very limited English, and our game development teams do not accept unsolicited game suggestions or ideas. Although Mr. Miyamoto makes occasional business trips to the US, he spends the majority of his time in Japan at Nintendo's headquarters.
To no one's surprise.
So, I was never in correspondence with Mr. Miyamoto or Reggie Phil Imes at all. They were imposters. I thought as much. So, there it is.
See, let me make one point here. Repeatedly, once again, he has been tricked. Now, will he learn something from that and stop trusting people out of the blue without any evidence? He will not. He will quite literally not. He will believe himself to be famous enough to get in contact with fucking Miyamoto and fucking Nintendo and Sega. He will not question that. Jesus fucking Christ.
There it was. Black and white.
Some
Nintendo
learning,
America.
recognition, pattern
He later
recognition.
joined a mumble chat and
I get
recapped the
fucked
latest
with. I get fucked with
developments
again.
concerning Nintendo.
I get fucked with a third time. I learn from my mistake. I don't do the same shit again.
Nintendo of America. Because the envelope is just like the previous
He's really
envelopes
special.
I got from Nintendo of America, as well as the letterhead on the letter.
Yeah, it's easy to forge.
It was tight, and it has a signature.
That makes it
on
easier.
Just because it's typed and it has a signature doesn't mean it's real.
In fact, wouldn't typing it make it even more
Yeah.
easy to forge since it's not handwriting?
Later on, one of Chris's cats,
Beware
Lucy,
the limit.
arrives.
Now we go outside to go over
Excuse me.
Stone Talon Mountains again.
Hi, Lucy.
Meow, meow, meow.
2 days later,
Even the cat
convinced
complains.
by Julie, Christian created a new section on his
No,
Sonichu and
wait for me.
Rosechew.com website called Sonichu and Rosechew's Love Shack, which consisted of sexual imagery concerning his Sonichu characters.
Great,
It was
even more of
designed
that.
to be protected by an age restriction. Most of the drawings were simply pages from the Sonichu comics, but as time went on, he updated the section regularly with new renderings. On
Great.
February 13th, audio of a sex chat on Skype between Chris and Julie emerged.
Not again,
During the
please.
20-minute-long virtual intercourse, Julie's voice cannot be heard, but it can be determined that they are role-playing, with
Please
Julie
don't.
possibly as a cat and Chris as Sonichu. Sounds of
Please
Chris masturbating can be
don't.
heard throughout.
I sent a few short static shocks up your
Pussy. Not enough to hurt you too bad, but make you feel good.
Is this relevant to the
You're gonna
story?
get my milk, kitty cat.
After Christian's climax, he is heard drinking a carbonated drink and consequently belches.
Excuse me. Might say I'm burping because I've quite enjoyed you and your juices.
This is
On
so
the same
fucking...
day, Christian took part in another mumble chat, during which he reveals the idea.
I mean, there's a good
Julie had
reason
for
why
a
what
video.
happens in the bedroom should stay in the bedroom. Because fucks, to everybody else, it's just gonna be a fucking yikes moment. What fucking mildly.
I pretty much already proved my strength when I ripped that dildo in half.
Chris tells a fan that the original She Came for Quick Pick was torn up into small squares and placed into an envelope.
Why'd you do that shit? Like, and
I understand Rose at you, but like, you know, why something that's from real life?
It's not necessarily from real life. It depends on your interpretation. I mean, it's hardly. I mean,
I'm pretty sure people make it pretty obvious that most of his opinions that he utters are slightly outside the norm. So he has every chance to realize, like, okay, maybe keeping that to myself. I mean, you know, normally most people have at least one or two things that they are pretty sure that they should not share, and then they don't.
Okay, I'm looking at pussy while you're sitting on my.
But this guy, no. He
Trolls
goes
were made aware
fucking
of the
hard
cybersex
for it.
session taking place, and some decided to make use of that knowledge. While Christian was masturbating, 4 calls were made to the family phone by trolls attempting to convince Bob to walk in on his son. The first 3 callers
Okay,
were
that one's
dismissed by
nice.
Bob, who told him that Chris
That's
was
a nice
sleeping.
trap.
The 4th caller exclaimed that Chris had posted a video on YouTube saying that he was going to kill himself.
I mean, it's fucking mean,
Understandably
yes,
concerned,
but
Bob
fucking
went in
funny.
to check on him.
Nothing.
Nothing, yeah. Yeah, nothing. Sorry, Dad, I'm doing nothing.
Give me that crap. Now, what's going on?
Dad, will you get out of here?
No, I will not. People tell me that you're about to kill yourself on YouTube.
On YouTube.
What is your trouble?
I'm not going to kill myself.
Get away from that TV.
Fine.
Get away from the internet. I'm cutting it down right now.
No, Dad, no.
I'm cutting it down right now, yeah.
Don't do it, Dad.
How are you gonna cut down the internet?
No.
Come on, Bob.
No.
Do it. Do it for
Don't
us.
wake your mother up. Don't bother me. You tell her what's going on. This thing is going to go down.
No.
Yes.
Due to Bob creatively proclaiming that he would cut down the internet, trolls became inspired by his quote and began referring
It
to
would
him
actually,
as
yeah.
the internet lumberjack.
Internet
After they were
lumberjack.
disconnected,
Bob is
Christian
pretty
called
awesome.
Julie
You have to
again,
admit that
telling
he's
her
doing a
what
fucking
happened.
great job.
Julie. Yeah, listen, you'll have to talk to me. I'm
Mhm.
calling you from my PSP. It does not accept type feedback. I told my mother about you. Yeah. She says she has
You know,
been able
actually
to,
getting him away from the
she sees
internet
you
would
in
have been the
person.
right choice, yeah.
What am I going to do now?
Yeah, putting it fucking mildly.
Well, pretty much my erection has been unraised, and I'm not feeling in the mood for it right now, but, you know, hey, on the bright side, we
Why
still
do you
had
feel
our
the need to specifically mention that? It is assumed that you would not have an erection any longer.
2 days
Ah,
later,
Jesus
Christian found out
Christ.
that his Aunt Karina was in a very ill state,
Don't
and it was very
fucking
likely
say
that she would
it.
pass away soon. Later on, Chris and Julie chatted on the PlayStation Network, where they discussed his aunt's condition.
My mom was to go visit Aunt Karina this weekend, but she did not invite me along because I need to stay home, help, be here for my father.
Okay, we're gonna take a quick trip to Thunderbluff and then one up to Stone Tail Mountain again.
She also addresses his job prospects, with Chris claiming that he would look for paid volunteer work, and Julie questioning his use of the word volunteer. The next day, Chris and Julie had another PSN chat, covering many of the same topics.
I will. I really like Thunderbluff. I like the Mulga area. It's nice. Nice to look at, nice to be in, nice music. And this thing, Sega has a Steam sale. Sega has some nice games. I might want to check that out. Actually, I will check that out. Not that I have the money for it, but it was nice to see you.
Summon Snorlax.
Summon Snorlax.
Julie on the PSN network. She wants to say hello to you. I'm not able to talk to anybody. Is she emotional? I am not able to talk to anybody right now. Will you leave the room? Thank you. I'll see you later. So it failed.
Someone
Julie
failed
encourages him
indeed.
to make a video with one of his inflatable sex dolls.
What about that blow-up doll? Don't you have like 2 at least?
Oh, the blow-up doll. Yeah, I did have 2, one for backup, but like a few weeks ago, when I was doing a thing with it, it got an internal
thing with
injury
it.
and deflated.
Aw. Wait, how would it get punctured though? Was it punctured with your...
You know, too much humping force, you might say.
Choose to give me 20 euros. It's a treat to celebrate your new affiliate. Very generous of you.
But you know, I had a good
And second to get off the blimp, so we can sit, take a look through that. That is an offer I can't refuse. Mostly because there's no way I'm gonna get anything else. Not at the moment though. Just a nice, easy 8 more months of being poor, then hopefully a job with a bit more normal money again. I'm looking forward to that. And
No, I don't think so because I've done that. It's called recycling it.
Wait, then answer.
Basically recycling, so it's like he doesn't necessarily have to lose it. I mean, because you think of it as a waste. If you banged it out and then you put it in, it's like you flush it down the commode or leave it in the condom and put it in the garbage can. Sponges and sponges by stomach acid. Yeah. Well, still, it's fuel for the new sperm cells. Plus, also, I've learned on the internet that there's vitamins in the sperm cells as well. So it's like basically you're helping yourself when you do that. Although personally, I'm kind of sick of on my own. So lately, I've just been exposing them. I mean, it just depends on your own individual taste.
Chris discusses the prospects of a threesome.
My name's Emily.
Oh, hi, Emily.
I don't understand
prospects of eating his own
Tell me
cum.
about it.
Why, God.
Right there, who just spoke just now.
Oh, she sounds like she's really pretty. Maybe we can have a threesome.
Oh, wow.
Chris also tells Julie that he would be willing to participate in a threesome with another man. The other members of the chat responded by accusing him of wanting to engage in homosexual activity, but he defended himself by stating that it isn't gay as long as their testicles do not come in contact with each other.
I guess
Okay.
a threesome with 2 women. Well, did you hear that, Emily? After Julie and I done a few times, we can invite you.
That'd be really cool. I mean, we can go shopping at a sex store beforehand.
Jesus fucking Christ.
It's me. It's
Why though?
Hi, Sarah.
Why?
I thought it was going to be special.
It can't be special, Sarah. It can't be.
Okay.
This guy is
I'm really upset right now. I feel like you don't care about me.
Sarah, I do care about you. I'm sorry I upset you.
Are you sure about that? Because you really
Emily
don't
asks
care,
a question
honestly.
about genital piercings, referring to penises by the euphemism ducks.
Would you ever get your duck pierced if your sweetheart thought it would be really hot and would improve your sex life?
No, I would never have.
Actually, it can increase the pleasure.
Is that in here?
Considering I still would not get any piercings.
Wait, what's a duck?
It's like replacing an I with a U in the word dick. So
Strength and honor.
Do you have marmalade juice?
Excuse me, I'll be right back.
Do you have
Julie
melons?
asks
You
Chris
don't.
about his penis.
Yes, Julie. It's about down there, your duck. I know what I'm talking about. What is it? Tell me about why your duck is bent.
For the horde.
Okay, well, I don't know why it's bent downward. I just assumed it was natural.
You do realize, little Julie, that penises come in all shapes and sizes. At least, you know, what the good old internet has taught me. I've seen many one, and I can tell you, Jesus Christ, the variety. Amusing. Quite amusing. Sadly, in those days, you resort them in circumstances that you really don't want to see anything in. Let it load a genitalia. Shanablaff.
For the whore.
I don't know what this is going on.
Before I took that as well. Why did you use the extends? Well, I felt like my dick could be longer.
Yeah, those don't actually work. They can actually cause damage to your penis and cause it to bend.
What, the pump?
Yes.
Yes. Well, for the record, mine does go up
Strongly
7
used, actually, yeah. Those things can do harm.
Well, you can use the tape measure. I used a ruler. Yeah, first against the bent part, like it's straight, so it does go a maximum of 7 inches in length.
Yeah, my dad was a doctor. He always told me to stay away from those things.
You should.
Sarah May get into a heated
It's actually good advice. Stay away from all of those so-called enhancements. They don't work in the best case, they just don't work. Worst case, you do actual damage to yourself.
Not fair, Chris.
Just accept what you've been given by God.
I didn't know back then. Sorry.
That's all, little known fact. Many women who are like it all there, they see mostly quite a few penises in their lifetime. They still suck at actually judging the actual size. I have heard some statements. Because at that time, way back when I still was a bit younger, I also had quite a few female acquaintances. I can tell you, those supposed measurements were absolutely fucking not real. Oh boy. Yeah, that's a nice reminder. I shall drink a bit. My coffee. Thanks for reminding me. Let's see. What does Sega offer in these fine days? Let's take a look, shall we? While we're at it. Oh, I see a Sonic game.
Christian calls Sarah May by the wrong name 4 times in a row.
That was me, not Julie. Why are you calling me Julie, Chris?
I said yes. I'm sorry.
The rest of things having coming close to 8 inches, most often good girls to be done. Oh, color size. And not even that, it's just that girls generally do not have a fucking good eye for measurements, I'd say. It's amazing. I've listened to far too many conversations while trying to get drunk as fast as possible, because if women feel somewhat alone, they really don't hold back. So I had the displeasure of listening to quite a bit to talk about ye older dicks, and I'm not even going to bother recording most of it, because then I need some bleach for my fucking brain.
Sarah May threatens to kill herself.
Yeah, and do it, please.
I got the blade. You can't stop me.
No, Sarah, put the knife down.
I'm doing it.
Put the knife down, Sarah. We don't need to do this.
We could get a Sonic game in celebration of this. Play some Sonic games and feel really bad, because every time we see Sonic, we're gonna be like, ah, Sonic Chew. But I don't want to feel bad about myself.
Why are you telling me this? Why?
Because I know from Cassie's promise, she will send you one of those locks.
But that doesn't matter right now. You don't even want to talk about this.
Yeah, we have to order this a bit differently, otherwise I'm gonna get insane.
I'm trying to help you.
I have to go now. I can't take this anymore.
Sarah?
I can't take this anymore.
Don't cut or kill yourself.
No, I'm doing it right now. No. Goodbye.
Sarah, I love you as a friend.
Sarah, I love you as a friend. She's like, I don't care.
I'm sorry. Oh, this is my fault. Chris? Yeah. Sarah May?
Sega.
My blessings, I still have you. Thank you.
After the chat ended, Christian made a video addressing his concern
Okay,
for
let's actually
Sarah
take a look
May.
what those bloody bastards have.
I feel terrible about
Sonic games.
about the big mistake I
Many
made in
Sonic
our
games.
conversation. I hope you don't do anything stupid. I pray you're still alive and well.
You sound so not sincere.
If you committed suicide or hurt yourself because of my actions, I feel terrible.
How does he manage to
care
every
about you.
single time look not even tiny,
As
little
a
bit
friend.
sincere about it?
And you are
It's amazing.
sweet
It's
and
actually
you
a
are
skill, honestly.
A sweetest among my sweetest friends. I have
Yeah, but the truth is he really doesn't care, isn't it?
I just cry if I lost you.
Don't you lie to me. You wouldn't.
Hopefully I'll
You
get
would
to
go
talk
to the
to you
next
again
bitch.
soon. I love you, Sir May. I love you as my friend.
Immediately after, he made another video
Ooh, there's a
talking about
punishing
the
title.
choice
Thrones
language he
of
had used
Britannia.
concerning homosexual
Ooh.
men, possibly as a response to allegations of hypocrisy emanating from participants of the recent Mumble chat.
Captain's log, stardate
Lord of the War 3.
February.
That's also painful.
Shoot.
Let's try to stay
February
away from that,
18th,
shall we?
2009. Forgive my sniffles. I just did video dedication. I just wanted to make a statement. I retract using the word hate among the gay populace. I was under a lot of stress, and I'll
Yeah,
admit,
just for everybody's amusement. Shut up, fucking Firefox. Da-da-da-dum.
Hey, sorry I missed your call. I was just calling you back to let you
Let's
know
to remind
that
people.
I love you and I miss you.
That's great.
I really want you to call me back. And I'm sorry I missed your phone call, and
Jesus
I
Christ,
know
woman.
you're done. So when you get this, can you call me back? I love you, and I miss you.
This woman is great. This woman is fucking great. Give me a sec. Jesus fucking Christ. This woman is so special. Okay.
I made a bad word choice when I chose that word. I am capable of associating and being friends and respecting all gays.
Jesus fucking Christ.
I'm doing this on my heart.
I have to play this video more because that's amazing.
But you know, beyond respect and friendship, no. But I do not hate the gay population.
I need to drink something.
The following day, Chris and Julie met again over PSN, where they discuss the voices Chris hears in his head.
I also get random audio
Already saved it
and words
to a little text file.
between my audio and my photographic memory, where
I copied it there first.
it's like, you know,
Because I
other
was like,
people
yep,
saying,
I will use that at some
Christian is
point.
gay. What did I say? Christian is gay.
This video is awesome.
You really think you're gay? No, I
Let's
do not. I'm
see.
straight.
Jesus, that's all the old titles from Zeta, isn't it?
Sex toys in his possession. Chris responds
Pretty awesome
truthfully.
style.
I put a condom on the dildo, and I actually did put up my a-hole. In my humble
Why?
opinion, it just did not feel right to me.
Hit the subscription notification.
Yeah.
I'll think about it.
A-hole,
I might need to cut it down a bit, but I will think about
didn't
it.
really know how they work, so, you know, I just, like, you know, was like,
Because that.
it didn't really turn me on or anything, so I pulled them out, and the string and the beads were covered in poo, so I just put them in the trash can and forget about them.
I need to look at this list later because I just realized this list is fucking amazingly long.
I'm happy that
What's
you're able
that?
to share these secrets with me.
Gonna
I mean that as in I'm happy that we have a trusting relationship between you and I. You see me smile? Because I'm smiling. I can see you smile.
can listen to some Mulder music and do some fishing. Oh, you got Crusader Kings 3. Nice.
After a lengthy chat concerning Chris's
Can play some
sexual
Crusader
activities,
Kings 3
he
actually.
disclosed his PSN account password to Julie. Later again, Bob joined the chat, inquiring about her home country.
Here's my dad. Hello. Hello. That's Julie Novanya. She came all the way from Albania. Albania. We were just looking at it on the map. It's next to former part of the former Soviet Union, USSR. It's gypsy country. You have any gypsy violins there?
Yeah, I see. Because the thing is, I
can play some good old-fashioned Crusader 3.
it just, I don't know why.
Actually, we can play that on
Melania so much.
Saturday. Because Saturday will be on for a very long time, and playing a game like Crusader Kings lends itself very well to that.
I've been around for 81 years, and I've seen this world.
We're gonna go down the Great Lift and find some nice spot to do some fishing in Malboro.
Which countries or what countries anymore or what they were earlier. Very few people, particularly in this country, really understand the makeup of the world. I have been very interested in the world since I was 10 years old. I'm very fond of, and I really truly believe in the United Nations. But you won't find anybody else in my countryside around here, I think, that does. But anyway,
Oh god, it's in that cave, isn't it? Ah, I'm a fucking idiot.
Yes.
And I've tried to train Christians.
Mark on the map clearly says down, and I'm going up.
To understand because he knows about Charlottesville, and he knows about our little county here in Greene, and he knows about places that are 50, 100 miles away. But he doesn't really comprehend, I think, countries or cities or anything that's really farther away. Like, I don't think he really comprehends Europe
Yes, we go.
or Asia.
Maybe get blinded by those fucking tools. But I got my eyes.
I find it hard to have most people think about that or comprehend that. Because I'm kind of a loner. It was an interesting life I had.
What now?
But I'm still much more world conscious than I think most of the people in this country anyway. At least I think so.
Yeah.
You won't find many people like me around.
Beware.
It goes precisely where we need to
Since
go.
I've retired, which has been now for 20 years, I guess, I really haven't had much contact with people, so I don't get to talk about all this much.
Yeah.
I've tried to teach Christian, and whether he's got any comprehension of the world or not, I don't know. He had a tough time with Australia a few months
Where's
back.
the big lift again?
Finally got it through his head where Australia was. But I love all the foreign countries and all the foreign music, because I love music.
Probably here, isn't it?
And I've got maybe 15 to 20,000 long play records of classical music and semi-classical music.
Where shall we go for a bit of
jazz
fishing?
and blues.
Can we see any water from here?
On February
To the
20th,
blood of
a
where
video
was
called
that again on the
Julie's
map?
Eyes Only, which featured
Give me some
having sex with a sex doll Kimmy, was uploaded
roundabout
onto
number.
the porn aggregate Slutload, allegedly
Yeah,
by
but
Julie's
if
brother
you
Max.
questing there, then I'm just going to fucking edge you and go to your point.
He uses the sex doll
turtle.
to simulate intercourse with Julie, calling out her name many times.
You're not online.
After the video was recorded, he confessed
Lying
to
to
Julie
me.
that his
So
car
nice.
broke during the recording,
How am I
and
supposed
he
to be
had
fighting you?
replace it. The video eventually amassed over 3 million views. The following day,
The state
Aunt
of the
Karina
affairs that
passed
that
away.
video stayed on for
Christian
that long
informed
is
Julie
actually
about this
surprising.
over Skype
Consider how
and
fucking
revealed that her funeral
anal
would take
YouTube
place
is
on his
nowadays.
birthday, which unfortunately clashed with a pancake dinner he was hoping to go to with his church congregation. He also
Ha.
began planning a trip to Julie's residence in Ohio.
There he is.
She convinced him to make a
Oh,
video
hello there.
confessing his love for her.
Welcome,
Chris
Kronos.
delivered his 10-minute long offering.
How
with a
are you, my
super
friends?
Shakespearean panache.
Look, I'm
I love you, Julie,
carefully
so very much.
putting the work in to get to
You are-
part 10 of the
You
Christian
brighten my
saga.
thoughts at every moment, and it makes me.
We're putting in the
It
hours.
makes me ponder with
That's
such
punishing. But hey, we have lots of
love
new
and
stuff.
desire.
We have now new stuff because I had a bit of time and I took a bit of more time and I played around with all of the things Twitch allows me to do now.
Romeo and Juliet. Only
Which
one
is awesome.
syllable missing. It'd be like, it'd be that syllable. It'd be like Cristiano and
God
Juliet.
fucking damn it. Okay, he's down there. So somewhere around there is where we're gonna look for a nice fishing spot and then we're gonna fish for a bit.
Cristiano.
Then-
Cristiano. We're far out there, Cristiano.
Well, I guess
And I
then
would
we
be
go
there.
from there over to there and then we take a
In your
trip over
heart.
to the Stowtilly Mountains.
Where
I'm
my
not really
heart is with you.
pushing too hard
Or if I
for
call you up,
the
or
good old-fashioned
I would be
leveling.
there
We can
in
do
your
this in
And I would
our
personally
own
be
sweet
calling
time.
out, I am here, O fair Juliet.
Well, this was a nice area to be fair.
Tis no word thy
There's a
name.
enough points to
be
get your
heard
shit
every
faced.
moment, every
Smoke a little
waking
tobacco.
moment.
You try your bestest.
And
People
the
hate
sun
Stone
is in the
for good
east,
reasons,
and
to be
Juliet
fair.
is the sun.
I like Stone Turns for the
Though I
music,
know not Shakespeare, but at least I know enough.
and
to
well,
get
apart from
by.
that, not much. The caves are a pain in the ass,
And
and
let's not forget my
The questing is really unnecessarily spread out, but that's kind of how everything in Classic is anyway, so complaining about it is really not good.
But Panda,
Yes, little Kronos, try your best. Get me shit-faced.
somewhere up there.
I'm a German. I can hold quite a bit of beer, and I can smoke quite a lot of tobacco before I'm feeling bad about it.
I promise you, Julie, that in the near future, hopefully with the
We
power
have
of
options,
God,
and we have cool
at our
pictures that actually
side,
pop up when you do that.
we'll be together.
I played
very
around with
soon.
that and I found a way to integrate that into the OBS Steam Labs, which means that now you
Even the
get
most
on YouTube
paranoid
and
souls,
on
I'm
Twitch. Nice little picture whenever you put something. Whenever you redeem something.
So I prayed to him every night.
It was a pain in the ass to set up, but I'm very,
Yeah,
very
you
pleased
and
with
I would
myself
be
at this
together
moment. Patted
with
myself on the
all
shoulder very much,
emotional
went like,
support
yes, good
from
job.
everyone within our respective reach.
Ah, the good times. The little Terry had a lot of fun with that, so I had to raise the prices, because, you know, that's the Terry. What's that? Yeah, thank you very much. I'm quite happy with myself. Also, whenever you put now a little emote in, even if you squish it, it pops up on the screen and goes like, pop, flying around, goes away. Kinda nice. Ah, I'm so happy with that. Twitch should have never given me so many options to play around, because I will make use of that and I will amuse myself. Ah. You do that, little Kronos.
Who are all members of the PVCC trolling group.
Welcome to the brothers. Miscreants. Brother.
Chris, stop this. Look,
Yep, the grass.
off, I did that video just
Actually, that
for
moving
Julie,
through the grass, that
and her
impressed me.
brother found it on her
Always a
computer
bit. It's such a
and
minor
uploaded it
detail.
to the
But
YouTube without
many
neither
older
of our
games,
consent.
even around the time when WoW came out, which is fucking
Understand what the miscreants are.
20
and
years
her brother
ago,
is part of it.
didn't do it.
He's been a very
And
valuable
here I am.
member. Do you understand what the miscreants are, Chris?
Let me guess, y'all a bunch of trolls, aren't you?
No.
Yeah, you know what, we're actually gonna go to that river
Ever
and
since
do some fishing
posted
there.
those gay pictures
It's a
of
setting.
masturbated and squirted,
The graphics,
we have been there from the beginning. Do you remember
if memory
Chase?
serves.
Always a valuable member, always regretting to take the
Okay,
fall
which
from
side?
it.
You know what, we go on the bridge.
Getting your emails.
Gonna do it really
Who's a good
stylist.
member here?
And then we seriously going to listen to Chris for a bit, and then we go on and
medallion.
go do some more questing, because we have one more part after this that we need to catch up on.
Chris. And the latest member, Stella McKenzie, or you know us, Pat.
Maybe he's talking about the real grass. Look at this, Kronos. Look at this cool effect of walking through grass.
Anyway, I can't believe you
Special.
fell for her. We've been here from the beginning. Do you know why, Chris?
And what now? I'm gonna do like a true fisherman, but stand at the fucking water.
No, the goal is to make sure you never get laid.
Don't wanna get my
That
feetsies
is
wet
the
though.
goal of the miscreants.
And then we do.
Virginia is for virgin.
Pop.
Our goal
Pop.
is that you are a virgin
Oh yeah.
forever.
I must you. Why do y'all have to pick on me like this?
You don't care about women.
I
That
do
is
care
why.
about women.
You must be made an example of a horrible man, destined to never to ever have a wife or even girlfriend.
Shut up! Why do you have to pick on me like this? You don't need to do this. Don't y'all have lives of your own? Can't you go find your own sweethearts to do with?
Why do you think a sweetheart can solve everything?
It's a very good question, isn't
I
it?
care about the women for their own personalities. I can
No,
know
you
my life.
don't. You really don't.
You don't respect.
One woman to proclaim your love.
You don't. You really, really don't. You don't give a shit. You're not a flying shit even. What anything.
How they feel.
Apart from getting late.
Care about everything about them.
Chris, you don't respect them. You only respect their cunts.
Not even that, he just wants to fucking get laid.
You gotta respect the ladies, man.
I do respect the ladies.
No, you don't.
You're a fucking fuzz bucket, you stupid fag. What the fuck are you doing here right now, Chris? What the hell?
Arjun, settle down.
Jesus
Hang
Christ.
yourself, Chris. Kill yourself. Spare us.
No, we don't want him to die. No. That's not fun.
I was about to say, no, they don't want him to kill himself. That would take all the fun away from them, wouldn't it?
You don't care.
Oh, you don't care. You don't care.
Stop streaming altogether, you mongoloids.
Goddamn, shut up,
Arjun, you're fucking abusing him.
Arjun. You just went
God damn.
overboard.
I mean, we're basically just taunting and we weren't actually, like,
Tell him
you
to
know.
Don't worry, Chris will come back when he realizes Julie's in danger.
Yes. What we should do is have, like, quote, Julie, unquote, be like, oh no, my brother's like with the miscreants and no, they're holding me hostage.
After a short while, Chris indeed comes back.
Of course he does.
My past mistakes about not listening to everyone, okay? But I have been under a lot of stress.
What is the stress? You always fight stress over and
Look at that. Secretary. He looks beefy, doesn't he? Don't you run away from me after insulting me like that.
I am very upset about my Aunt Karina. She was a very sweet woman.
But you seem to complain about it being on
Don't you chicken me, boy. I'll chicken you right back.
Karina, she smoked and she had...
Who
When
steals?
she went to the hospital, she died at the age of 75. Her cancer deteriorated her left lung and her liver and her brain. And they kept her alive for as long as they could until she breathed the
Yep.
last breath.
I'll beat you with my fishing pole now. Don't you run away from me, boy. You get the belt, aka the fishing pole. Take the fishing pole. Take the fishing pole to the head.
does not excuse you for all your other past actions.
But I'm possibly retarded.
Wait for me, boy. There will be a swift fishing pole to your head. Step.
I'm flying without even realizing it.
Step.
I sometimes don't even give thought to some of the
Step.
actions that I do before.
Wait for me.
I gave a lot
Step.
of thought before when I moved from
Step.
Panda to Julie because I thought she had died in that fire.
As the miscreants continued to insult Chris, he was simultaneously chatting with Julie's brother, Max, who took over her Skype account. Max told Christian that he had kidnapped her and was taking her to the miscreants' HQ
mistake.
in Ohio, giving Chris 5 days to come rescue her.
Look, Chris, this is the sad.
Sit.
You are going to grow up and die.
The kid.
I'm sorry to tell you this.
Look, just shut up, leave me alone,
We're trying to help.
Leave my love life alone.
Oh.
The rod, stronger than the gun and even the axe. I have proven that.
I apologize for that, and I apologize for nothing.
I regret even less.
I
feel sympathy for the lower beings.
Except the lower being.
Well, I feel sympathy for
Oh, boy, nice fishing. Just sounds so relaxing, isn't it?
Yeah, was he really crying?
As long as we don't get any more fucking
returned
sex
once
chats,
again
because
to
that
inform the
was fucking
miscreants that Julie
cringy
was
as all
taken to
hell.
their headquarters.
Max, Julie's brother, pretty much spirited away Julie, took her to the HQ, to the headquarters, where the miscreants, I think they were called, are. And now Max wants me to come over to Cleveland within the next 5 days to pick up Julie from the headquarters. And I'm just trying to find out what Clyde is planning, if he's going to try to force me in jail or hurt me or anything like that.
That's very unfortunate.
Listen, that's another thing that, my mom is like, she
Can I say
doesn't
that
tell
Chrom's can't
me,
stream?
don't go, I worry about you. She watches a lot of television. It's like I've been trying to convince her to let me go to Julie. But then my mom is also a bit jealous of me loving another woman more than her. I understand.
Oh, don't
she's
think
in a
that's her
situation
problem.
like
Honestly,
Pepe
don't think that's her
Corey
problem.
would say, I'm sure. But still, I have to respect my mother very much. Hello, Clyde.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Mr. Sonichu. Happy birthday to you.
Oh dear.
Now, anyway,
Yeah, I think
he
that
just
is much.
basically wanted me to test my love for Julie, and he just wanted me to finally show that I am a man and I can stand up for myself and do what I want like a man should.
Not so much the part about
it in a nutshell, isn't it?
standing up that I'm concerned about in your case, little Chris. It's more walking 5 steps towards your enemy is what I kind of fear is gonna be a trouble for you.
And then I have the funeral to worry about. So after the funeral, I will talk to my mother, down. majority of y'all take care and, you know, just mingle amongst yourselves.
Wow.
God.
Oops.
He pulls another shit like he did with Redmond when he was like, oh yeah, I just got back and now Julie's laying in my bed, but I'm not gonna put her on camera.
After he left the chat, Christian began preparing for Aunt Karina's funeral and his eventual trip into uncertainty awaiting him in Cleveland, Ohio. Without a doubt, this would prove to be the most trying birthday of his life.
Why would he even bother at this point? I mean, to be fair now, I get it. His main motivation is that he is thirsty as fuck. He really, really wants bloody pussy. I get it, but Jesus fucking Christ. At this point, it would just be fucking cheaper to get a fucking prostitute, wouldn't it be? Also less stressful. Quite a bit less stressful. Actually, how much can I actually get this fishing up? Why, you know, until 150, okay. So even if I do it for a while, it's not gonna be a problem. Is this part 10? This is part 10. Okay, it's the last part we need to watch. We're caught up.
What is the attraction?
Which knows none of you want to actually watch once again from part 10 onwards.
This is the story of Chris Chan.
I mean, I'm not going to say no. I started it on this fucking shit, so I'm gonna stay with it until it's done, but again, I can actually just let it run in the background. Look at that! I jump to part 20.
On February 24th, 2009, Christian spent his 27th birthday attending his Aunt Karina's funeral. Later in the day,
I mean, I can basically we can watch at least until I finish my fishing, because then I need to run the next teacher.
You have failed me yet again, Chris Chan. To which Chris replied, I've not failed you, sir. As a matter of fact, I'm coming to Cleveland tomorrow. I am preparing for my journey. My mind is set, and I have the support of God, my relatives, and my friends. So quit trying to scare me, because it is not working. Tomorrow morning, I am coming to Cleveland, Ohio for Julie. The following day, he had a Skype chat with Sarah May, who was still alive and well.
Of course.
He expressed his grief concerning his aunt and claimed that God and Jesus and the spirits of Aunt Karina and other past Chandlers voiced their support for his upcoming trip to Cleveland. The next morning at 5:30 a.m., Christian embarked on his trip to Ohio. He departed without informing his parents, but left a note detailing his intentions along with a map of his route for them to discover. When they did, they called the police and attempted to report Chris as a missing person. This was in fact the first time he had driven more than 50 miles outside of town. While on a break from driving, Christian locked himself out of his car, requiring assistance from the American Automobile Association. He made a stop at a Sonic and bought himself a hamburger and a lemon berry slushie. He also bought $11 worth of gas from Sheetz. He made another stop just outside of Cleveland to call his parents. When he finally got to the address he was given, it turned out to be an old, run-down red house, occupied by an elderly woman who had no knowledge of a Max or Julie. After the encounter, he turned around and made his return
I mean, it should do that. But to be fair, the problem is the basic ones that basically are switches. You can't really edit those, which means I can't actually do them in here.
Chris showed little interest in Julie's supposedly perilous situation.
So basically the best ones you can use are the custom ones, because those all have pictures attached to it that are gonna show. Got a pepper? Calendar.
As a result, Bob took away Chris's recording equipment. On March 3rd, Christian discovered
a duel against the master pipe. That is.
And PSN accounts, as well as the Sonichu and Rosechu website.
You're not using a pole, coward.
His accounts back to him. Even though only an audio
Come here, you coward.
It can be determined
Come here, you coward.
Broadcasting video to Blue Spike via his webcam.
A brutal duel between two wielders of the pole. The power of God is strong.
To get my PSN account and my Paramount Yahoo account back. You have to make a choice, you or my PSN and my Yahoo account.
What? You will not get away from me.
Yeah, so you.
Cool.
Chris resists and states that he doesn't want to give back Chris's
I
yacht.
will.
PSN
Give me just
accounts.
one tiny second to finish up a certain unruly child. Says the undead to the Toronet is like, who has data? Will not get away from me. Suffer!
Yeah, you're saying that for me.
Alright, time for a bit of water.
Look, let me show you my book. I was just saying, no, you asked me to do it, and I was just telling you that I would do that because my...
Time to do some of it.
Oh, you were kidding, so, well, but still, I was just letting you know I would do that. So, alright, well, I will not show it to you, but... Yeah, but seriously, please. I had so much bad times in my life. Please, give me back everything. After I will mail you back a copy of Street Fighter 4 after I get the money. No. Look, what do you want? What do you truly want from me?
They want entertainment out of you, and they get it. A lot of it.
No. Stop it! Stop it! Man, you stop it right now, you bastard! Stop it!
Also, that's not how you ask of
You're
something.
making me angry! Okay, so
Jesus Christ.
Everything should go back to where it was. Look, I want you and I want my scratch taken sound. I want Julie.
No, you don't want Julie. You just want a pussy. It doesn't really matter what person that one is attached to. See, this is basically how I did fishing in the past anyway. Had some music or video gardening, then I just sat there and was like, okay, time to fish. Because usually, you know, back then I had my TV beside of me, so I could just sit there and go like, pretty sweet.
No. I'm calming down.
Yeah. Calming down, indeed.
I want Julie. Yes. I feel like I'm gonna cry.
I feel like I'm going to cry. Well, not for the same reasons, I'm assuming.
Chris departs
So we need to
from
watch the
chat
video
and comes
again.
back a little while later. Unbeknownst to him, other trolls were quietly listening in on the conversation.
I'll give you one last chance to pick. Make your choice in 5 seconds. Julie or the PS.
Well, if the choice is between one person and everything else, I'll take everything else. Thank you very much, so even.
Well, if you don't yell at me one more time, you're not gonna get either, so start yelling. I wanna see your fangs! Are you constipated? I think you're constipated. You're not mad, you pathetic wimp. You disgust me.
You all disgust me, but does that really matter at this point?
That's not angry. You're a pussy. That's not angry. You're not gonna get your PSN if you act like that. No, it's going on eBay. No. Yes. eBay. Why should I stop? Why? You're getting Julie already. Why do you need the PSN?
Because the PSN is kind of cute.
No. Hey Chris, something that will help you get the PSN.
We shouldn't have seen this episode, no. It's episode 10.
Say that I'm a homo.
Maybe some of it is blending together because we've seen so much of it. You feel like, oh yeah. Because technically speaking, it's more of the same shit that is happening all the time.
Oh, that's how you get the PSN. eBay. I picked Julie. Give me back. I picked the right choice. No, you picked Julie. That doesn't mean you're gonna get the PSN if you pick Julie. No, stop. Just listen to me. How should I label this? Oh, $1,000 worth PSN. Stop. Buy that snowball. You take it. Leave it open, please. Here, PSN, you can do one thing.
Alright.
Suck my dick.
How can I do yours when you're all the way over there?
I'll go all the way to Virginia. Will you do it? Will you suck a dick? No, wait, even better. No, I want you to go to the game place, apologize to the manager, and suck his dick. I want you to record it and put it on YouTube.
That's going against the terms of service of YouTube.
Don't speak such a mean name.
Oh no, this is the wild times of YouTube. Technically speaking, you should probably still be able to get away with it. Maybe you're not showing me now. Hold on.
You are a humble person, please. I'm only a lonely servant among your trestle. I only ask for your sister's true love and honesty.
You can have my sister. You just can't have the PSN.
I'm putting yourself in your mercy here, please. Just leave it off of eBay.
Alright, do a dance. Do a dance for me. Dance, you fucking mock. Alright, stop. Stop, right now. No, sit like that like a bitch. You speak like a bitch. You have the boobs of a bitch. And you look like a bitch.
I mean, to be fair, he does look a bit like a bitch.
Down there. You are a bitch.
To be fair.
Got a big old set of ovaries. No.
Actually, no, we have seen pictures of that dick. We know he has a dick down there. That's not a good argument, my friend.
What the fuck is wrong with you trying to show me that? Don't. Well, whatever. Don't show me your dick, please. Just don't.
Also, why he has no problem whatsoever in just exposing himself on Asper is amazing, actually.
Billy Mays.
Say it. Billy Mays is a pair of Quickville. Say it before I sell your fucking PSN.
Billy Mays is the new Mary Quickville.
Louder, you fucking pussy.
Billy Mays is the new Mary Quickville.
Stop saying it in your fucking dumbass voice, you stupid bitch. I'm not gonna send Julie over there if you use that pussy again.
Billy Mays is the new Mary Quickville.
Yeah, and also say that Kristen Chandler will be thrown in jail. Quickville jail.
Christian Chandler will be thrown in Quickville jail.
Where he will be raped by a bunch of niggers. Say this one really loud.
He will be raped by a bunch of niggos.
Niggos,
No, say
hardly.
niggers, you stupid twat.
Niggers.
Ah, why? Okay.
Louder.
Why are you the only source of peace? What's with this conversation? It's quite literally listening to two fucking 13 years old.
Medallion and set it
Yeah,
on
what?
fire.
Aha, that's why you remember it. Gee, for me it's still pretty new.
When I'm under a lot of stress.
Now you have an alternative. Either burn it or shove it up your butt.
Shove it up my butt.
Don't pick a fucking choice, you idiots.
So I have to divide it.
Cut it into two. No, 4 pieces. Not 4 pieces. I didn't know that autistics have sharp cutting.
It's sharp good, yeah. Get yourself some money. Do it.
How does it feel? Tell me. Cold.
Heartless.
Oh, me? I'm heartless?
No. This act plain heartless.
Oh, you can call me heartless if you want. You can call me any word. And then you can take pictures for prosperity.
No problem. There's a camera on.
Oh,
Ah, you're gonna go for a bit. Yep, see you around, little Terry. Don't go too far. And level a bit quicker. You need to be level 27 so you can help me. Deal with that fucking building.
I won't send Julie over, okay? I can see you actually won't come over, man.
He's like,
Chris, are you really gonna do this? Seriously?
just try your best, little Terry. That is more than enough.
Oh, I see brown stains. Did you crap your pants, really?
Yeah.
Whatever, just
Okay, enough pushing. We're gonna go to Stone Teller now.
Just hurry up, please.
Do some other things.
Don't make me watch this for too long, please. Good. Come on, more, as far as you possibly can. More, until I can't see it. More, shove it up, up.
Why do we have to listen to someone live
I
rubbing
can't wait to see how brown it is.
stuff up his ass?
Chris, is your hand stuck?
I'm tired.
No, keep going. You're not gonna fucking
What the fuck are you tired from?
How does this make you feel, Chris?
Probably not too good.
How miserable?
Probably miserable.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Well, that's too bad.
Ah, yeah, there are only assholes in the story. You kind of forget sometimes that's just not jokes of fun, but there actually are assholes in the story. A lot of that, actually.
Oh god, poor Sasha.
Blue Spike, no more.
Keep going.
Blue Spike, stop this shit.
Yeah, if you don't say, this is awful.
Then keep trying. Make some
Blue
room
Spike,
in there.
stop this shit.
Jesus, if even your fellow trolls tell you to stop this shit.
Alright, fine, you can stop. Yeah, sure. Don't take him out though. I want them to be in there the whole rest of the time I talk with you.
Blue, tell me to take it out.
Damn it.
Yeah, god damn it. That's something to say about that.
Chris, what the fuck? Seriously, man?
I just want to wash my hands.
No, you can't wash your hands. You're a bitch, you know that? Doing this? Whatever. I wonder, what should I make you do next?
No, this is enough.
No, you're not the one making the choices.
He has a choice, he can just cut the call and just go like, fuck you.
I don't give a shit. I don't give a shit.
Why does he still comply?
You fucking prick. So shut up and do what I tell you. I have a good idea. Burn your house down.
God damn it, you idiot.
Burn my house down.
Then the PSN is going to eBay. And the money is going to ED.
If I burn my house down, then she won't have a place to come to.
You have a point.
Blue Spike,
Chris, there is
stop
something.
it.
Alright. Chris, I want you to be in the mumble. Julie's going to talk to you there. It's important.
After about 10 minutes, Chris manages to get a microphone set up to work on Mumble so he could talk to Julie.
Chris, I'm happy you're here. Hi.
Hey.
Hey,
Chris,
Julie?
there's something I've been trying to tell you for a while.
Mm-hmm.
Yes?
That's gonna be great.
I'm gonna be there tomorrow, and I think it's safe to say that I can tell you this with my heartfelt love.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, yes, go ahead and tell me now.
Do you really want to know?
Yeah.
This whole time, Chris, you've been having sex with a 13-year-old boy, you sick fuck.
What?
Yeah, I'm a 13-year-old boy, Chris, and you've been having sex
That's why he sounds like a 13-year-old. He is a 13-year-old.
You fucking pedo fork, so you better get the fuck out now. Before I report you to the fucking feds. Get out.
Now wait a minute. I did not know you were a 13-year-old.
Yes, you did. They're not gonna believe you. They're gonna fucking put you away.
So, let me guess, you were Max the whole time, weren't you?
And Julie, yes, both of them. Both figments of my imagination. There is no Julie. She never existed, Chris. She died 5 years ago. Who have you been talking to?
The boy.
You drove to Ohio for no reason. It
How
was a
may I
trick.
aid you?
I was able to fool you. You dumb man. How does this make you feel? Tell me.
Very
Well, I feel terrible.
Well,
Now,
no surprise there.
if you really want your self-dignity, if you truly want your self-dignity to be remained, then you will send me that
What
video
dignity
of you
at this
belly
point?
up your anus. Or I will tell everyone what you've been doing, and all the fans will believe that you are a pedophile.
Oh, for
Okay,
fuck's
see, the
sake.
thing is, I was lying, so I hope you've been recording on your end, because I wasn't recording on my end.
Well, I'm sorry then, because this is going out to everyone. So what's it gonna be, Chris? Are you gonna do it again, or am I gonna have to give everything to everyone?
It's kind of hard to do an encore performance at this point.
Non-core performance.
Clyde.
What up?
Yes, he finally found out it was... I expected a bit more of a shitstorm. He's been having sex with a 13-year-old boy like a sick fuck.
Whatever. Look, Chris, man, on that trip to Ohio, you had a cell phone. We were calling you, trying to, give you directions.
Because, Chris, let me tell you, there was a Julie. There truly is a Julie. But...
Yeah, there is.
There was. But she died.
Let's go with the died. She's real. She's actually hot. But
Let me tell you something, Chris.
Okay, we can do there, do that, and we can go up here, do that.
Okay.
Doing a bit more to do. Good idea, I'd say.
Okay, we don't have to do the whole wildfire thing.
Yeah, this is going kind of crazy. I mean, you sounded like a 13-year-old boy, and Chris just kind of fell for that.
I thought she...
How do I sound like a girl to you, motherfucker?
You just sound... I know what a woman sounds like.
And I talk to you in my normal voice, and I can say I'm Julie. I can talk to you in the exactly same voice, and I can tell you I'm Max, and you fucking believe it. You're dense. You're truly dense, and you don't deserve to live in this fucking world. Now tell me, what do you want? Do you want your PSN back?
Yes.
Well, that's too bad because it's gonna be sold.
Oh, come on, please.
Hey,
I'm
Chris,
sorry.
there are more things. No, okay. I'm in this whole goddamn operation. Look, Chris, there are more things to life than your PS3 and whatever. Your whole internet
Chris
life is
3
killing
was
me.
kinda
There are no
nice.
Sonic 2 fans. Nobody gives two shit about you. The best thing you can do is go outside for the love of God, okay? I mean, you say you learn from your mistakes, but you never seem to. Ever.
Yes, he really doesn't. That's the point.
Look, Chris, you can appeal
And everybody's
to your,
like, okay,
let's
he
not
will
say
learn this time,
fans at
won't he?
least.
And then you get disappointed because no, he does not.
I'm not crying.
Yes, you are. You pathetic fuck.
I am
Okay,
not.
Blue Spike, you're making your little too mean. That's...
If I may inform you, Chris, I know you may have been told this before, but how does it feel to know that this is your entire fan base? Every girl, so far, every girl has been a troll. We tried to tell you this, and then we just get sick of it and do
You know how many
this.
people have told you this, that Blue Spike is a boy? I can't believe how many times. And you
I
still
believe you because I've heard your honest and true voice.
That's probably a quest we can do on the way up there.
I am listening.
Yeah.
Well, we kind of completely blew Chris's mind right there.
Can I stop recording?
Actually, probably take a look. The stream seems to be running normally.
Christian made a
Good.
video attempting to dispel any
Very
rumors
good.
that trolls might be spreading concerning what he had told to Blue Spike.
I have been under so much stress lately, and I've been suffering from a certain bug.
Reserves, elemental
You know,
war, sexual.
Do not believe
that one
anything
gets up
that
there too.
the trolls say
Mhm.
or talk about. That's
You wish to speak?
It's a given right
May
there.
the eternal
And
sun shine
you
upon
notice I'm not
thee.
wearing my medallion. I've decided I'm setting a new fashion trend. I'm wearing my high school ring, high school ring in place of my medallion. It has the memories that have gone from medallion to medallion. Believe me. So my high school ring is forever from this point. And also, I, Christian Wesley Chandler, am still the mayor of Quickville. Although rumors have been flying around, I noticed about some guy named Billy Mays. I don't even know who that guy is. So anyway, I'm still the mayor of Quickville. Until I say in the comics or in the video otherwise.
He followed up with another short video, singling out Blue Spike.
I wish to announce the culprit who has gotten into my Yahoo account and took down the Sunshine Rose Juice site. His name is Max Silvania, as he last told me. And he has made me do certain things, like
Yep, we just listened to that conversation.
in order to get my Yahoo back, but he has failed to give me back my Yahoo. After doing such things, he asked me to cut up my medallion and shove it up my ass. He asked me to show him off my dick, which I have not.
Well, thank God for that.
And
Small
he's
mercies.
just a nuisance, a bad nuisance, terrible.
That goes a bit farther than
If you
just
come in
a
contact
nuisance.
with him, tell him to give me back my Yahoo, and also, somebody, please, give him a cold virus for me.
Later that day, he rejoined Mumble.
I'm just never done ideas, but no, he quite literally just sends their limits openly to the camera like, yep, I shoved that thing up my ass like no one's business. But hey, at least I didn't shove it up my penis.
Drinking plenty of orange juice and I'm eating plenty of chicken noodle soup. But anyway,
Sake. I've learned anything from any politician ever. It's that you never admit to doing something. Never ever should you admit to doing anything. But no, that's not Chris's style. He's like, oh no, I'm gonna own up to this. Why? It's more important to him that he's still the mayor of fucking village. That's more important to him than the fucking fact that he quite literally shoved the fucking clay medallion up his fucking ass. That's priorities, ladies and gentlemen. Priorities. It's such an unbelievable story, isn't it, when you think about it?
Expressing his disdain for Blue Spike and Billy Mays. Afterwards, Chris engaged in a chat with Sarah May, letting her know that he reported his PSN account as compromised to Sony, who then in turn denied Blue Spike any access to it.
Well,
she
fair
told him
point.
that she broke up with her boyfriend.
Would have done it
Christian
immediately.
responded by letting her know that she was welcome to stay over at his house. She took offense to this, so Christian blamed his cold for his lack of tact. Sarah then scolded Chris for always defaulting to autism as his go-to excuse for his flaws. After receiving her flurry of criticisms, he tried to leave the conversation, but Sarah ordered him to stay. She continued to condemn him for sexual deviance, shallowness, and accused him of not being truly autistic, but rather someone who does not want to accept adult responsibilities. She questioned him about female anatomy, revealing that his knowledge of the location of a vagina was based on his experiences with sex dolls. Sarah May convinced him that she had gotten hold of his Yahoo account, and in exchange for its safe return, she ordered Chris to draw either Sonichu having sex with another male Sonichu, or a female Rosechu with a penis, in any sexual scenario. An hour later, Christian sent her a graphic rendering of Sylvana Rosechu pleasuring herself with her penis. Sarah rejected her drawing, for it was already established in the comics that she possessed hermaphroditic properties.
Indeed.
She asked again for a depiction of a Rosechu in an unnatural way. Chris returned with a drawing of Rosechu anally penetrating Sonichu. However, Christian made it clear that she was in fact equipped with a strap-on that matched the exact color of her skin. Sarah asked him to modify it in Microsoft Paint so that the strap-on would look more like her actual penis. In response, Sarah May said that she was met with resistance from Clyde and was unable to grant Chris access to his Yahoo account. She suggested that he report the theft to Yahoo. As they were about to part, Sarah May confessed that she was still with her boyfriend and revealed the true nature of their relationship. I met him in the chat room of people trolling you, and I'm a troll too. I have been this entire time. I have never loved you, because you're absolutely f***ing disgusting. And you know the best part?
I mean, to be fair, I can't really find it myself to deny the part that he is fucking disgusting in multiple ways.
Isn't that funny?
From a personal standpoint to an actual, physical standpoint, he has quite the amount of disgusting qualities on him, to be fair. But it doesn't mean that the trolls aren't disgusting in their behavior, which is the fun part. There really is no one decent person in this story, isn't there? I mean, so far I'm actually rooting for Bob, because Bob seems to be okay-ish. Apart from the fact that he lets Chris run fucking free.
Otherwise, what
Why?
fans you have left, they'll be leaving Chris. Be careful where you tread.
Also, good luck with your Yahoo account.
Still under the influence of influenza, he took part in a mumble chat for the last time.
How have you been?
Sick. I've been having a sinus infection.
Well, it is winter, so...
Happens to the best of us, and the worst, at the same
Last time I
time.
checked today, it was 96.8.
Bloody
Not
American
bad,
temperature
not bad.
measurements.
Look, so, how have you been feeling besides the sickness?
Fair. Okay? Look, I'm trying to get my website back up. I'm just having troubles between the fact that my account was deactivated for a time, then I'm waiting for it to be reactivated from the people at Yahoo. I talked to them on the phone, so
Why
I
are
know
you
all
telling
about
them
this,
this?
so what do you want, Clyde?
Why?
I'm trying to tell you that the people at Virginia Mental Health, they've been trying to take you away.
Well, I got news for you. My family is going to defend me, and I am not going to go into any institution. So you could just back off.
No, I'm trying to warn you. Look on your latest video. You're talking about being a fictional mayor of a fictional town known as Quickville. This is why they're after you.
Well, if they dare to come after me, they'll come after me in person.
Hmm.
And until then, I'm not going to fret about it.
It'll be too late by then.
Jack Thaddeus tells Chris about Sonichu, the animated series, a serial cartoon on YouTube created by Spaz Kid, the stories of which are parodies based on real events from Christian's life and those seen in the comics. Clyde informs Chris that he murdered Blue Spike as an act of vengeance.
Happy birthday. I killed him. You wanted it, right?
Well, I did not say kill him. For
You
God's
said
sake.
get him. I figured as much. And I didn't like him anyway, so happy birthday.
I mean, to be fair, he was a fucking 13-year-old asshole, so
Yeah, you have to be
those are
careful
not
how you word
really
those things.
likable.
Chris continues to lament
Okay,
about his
point.
struggles concerning the restoration of his website.
Look, let me do this work, and I'll come on to Mumble another time. So, unless Clyde had something else he wanted to say as another reason why he dragged me away from my work. Again, the website.
What work? Christ, man.
I'm trying to get the website back up.
That's not work. Nobody cares about your goddamn website, okay? Why don't you go back outside? Why don't you go back outside to the real world? That's what I've been trying to do.
Well, I'm
When's
gonna
the
be
last
going.
time you went outside?
Well, I got news for you, Clyde. I'm going to be going back out there and actually find myself a woman locally after I get over this virus.
Back to the old plan, eh? I will put up a sign.
Oh yes, I will.
How?
I'm gonna be very social and civil about it. Goodbye.
No, you're not.
After this encounter, Christian decided to keep away from communicating with anyone over the internet.
Ain't a good choice, isn't it?
Inspired by a scene in a recently aired Family Guy episode, Christian filmed a video in which he condemns homosexuality with reference to the Bible.
I would like to state an obvious fact that has been revealed in the latest episode of Family Guy, and backs me up on the fact that
Yeah, that's the source of information we all
homosexuality and
want.
gayness is just
Hey,
plain
Call of
wrong.
Duty. Actually, I think this is the point where we...
And Stewie has quoted the Bible
watched
verse that has
already?
just basically just.
This seems
in a
familiar.
nutshell. Leviticus, chapter 18, verse 22. Do not lie with a man as one lies with a woman. That is detestable. And
I mean, yes, if you're not into it, it probably is, but, you know, free choice and all that. It's your own goddamn bloody thing, isn't it?
Even the land was defiled among such things. So I punished it for its sin, and the land vomited out its inhabitants. But you must keep my decrees and my laws. The native-born and the aliens living among you must not do any of these detestable things, especially
Well, I mean, how much do we have
sleeping
left
with
in
a
this
man as
episode?
you would a woman.
8
You
minutes or so.
homos.
You homos.
This was chapter 18 of Leviticus.
You
in
should
the
not
Holy
shake that in the Bible, though.
And
Don't
verse
just change the
22.
quote now, can you?
Sorry, homos. But I
Because after this
stand
part,
behind the
I'm still
truth of
feeling
the
somewhat
Holy
okay.
God and Lord.
Nah. Change it,
Thank
we
you,
start
and have a
after
pleasant
part
day.
20, shall
And
we?
also, just to add another note, I have also stopped in trying to find true love and romance over the internet. I've taken a first step into
I mean, the general
encouraging
message is
myself to
do not
actually
lie
talk
with
to
men, I
women
get
around
it,
here.
but...
And I quote the book that I have learned about from the John Cicero
Why would
show,
anyone
as well as
nowadays
my,
care about
pastoral
that?
counselor,
It's your own fucking choice of what
How
you do
to
with your
Talk
fucking
to
sex
Girls
life, as far as I'm concerned.
by Alec Grevin, a 9-year-old. You can find a video about where he talks about his book on Amazon.com. Great book.
After
I mean,
Christian
basically, yeah.
announced his commitment to meet
It's
the
ace
prospective
bullshit,
girlfriend in
basically,
real life,
written
Emily,
by
a student from
actually
West
multiple
Virginia
people.
University, who was the troll
Back
that
in the
placed
day.
the Encyclopedia Dramatica sign on
That
his
alone
property
is
5
already a
months
statement
prior.
going like,
He
huh,
also had
yeah,
taken
sure, that's a
part
good
in
idea.
Rumble Chat, decided to initiate a relationship with him by calling him and arranging a first date.
But,
On
well.
March 12th, she
Let's not
and her
complain
friend
about that
Stephanie
show. Let's
were
just
mentioned
accept the
in a
fact
brief
that
video
this
from
is
Chris.
a giant
Miss
amount of
Emily
bullshit.
or her friend Stephanie,
Ooh.
who reside at the
Found
same
one.
phone number that has called you before on my cell phone or my house phone. Please call me back as soon as possible. Thank you.
3 days later, Robert Simmons V came to visit Christian at his weekly church service and joined the congregation together with Christian and Bob.
Hey, look, the
The
deer
entire
actually had 2
interaction was
eyes.
covertly recorded.
Rare
Simmons'
as
decision
that
to
is
speak
in
in
this
his
World
regular
of
tone
Warcraft
voice
of
went
ours.
unnoticed by Chris.
Hi, Robert.
Robert Simmons the fifth?
Yes, sir.
Oh my God. Nice to meet you.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I want to apologize. My Sonic and 86 was.
What do we need? Stone Tail and Zap? Okay, very good idea to kill them then. Yeah.
Nice to meet you, Bob.
Is it okay if I come to church with you? I'm actually like here for like semi-vacation.
Oh yeah, I remember that part. Then he's gonna pawn off the poor guy over to Bob. And goes like, Rob, not my business any longer.
How's it going,
Ah.
Mr. Chandler?
Chris really is a special person.
Like,
Because it really shows interest in the other person. If you like a minute of conversation, just shove them off to somebody else and go like, yeah, sorry, you go, business, you know,
There's just a lot of
important.
churches online.
At least a really good impression. Can't find any more Gaia seeds.
people just can't, appreciate some success and just, be happy for them. They have to feel jealousy for it, though.
What?
So, I don't know. Yeah.
I did love the random interruption by the succubus. Slapping herself, going like, yeah. I'll never get an incubus. I will not even admit that that's a thing in this game. Succubus is the classic. You need a succubus in your life. At least during classic times. Later times, not so much. Fucking the Void Walker does better. But until then, I don't really have much of a choice. I want to have some halfway decent leveling experience. Otherwise, well, I mean, I'm good for the suffering.
And discuss the verse from Leviticus, which was featured in the recent Family Guy episode concerning homosexuality. Afterwards, Chris offers his autograph to Robert.
There you are. You hold on to that, because that could be valuable one day.
Sure.
He stays for the entirety of the service. After it finishes, Simmons makes contact with another troll who was waiting for him in his car nearby.
So what was he saying to you? Oh, nothing. Just talking shit. Yeah. He told me I had it like he knew I was in Australia or some bullshit. Pretty badass, huh? Yeah.
Nice and relaxing music. I do love this area though. Good music, not so much for the quest lines. Those are brutally spread out all over the fucking place.
I do? Fuck, man. I want to make me. No. Well, I think he'll connect me and you. Okay. Well, maybe, that would explain, like, your spying on us. That would explain, like, the recordings and shit, Yeah. You better edit this shit to where I'm not saying shit, It's always, like, it's only good shit. No. Oh, God.
Well, so much for that editing. Never happened, eh?
Because you seem like such a nice guy, dude. Aww. What's so funny, what's so interesting I find, Bob, the lumberjack is badass. He's a really pleasant guy, though. Yeah. The only problem I feel sorry for is he's trying to justify, like, Chris and shit. Like, apparently, like back when he was 6, he couldn't even talk. Yeah? And, he's fucking autistic. Right. Guys, you putting on. That's what he says. Well, yeah, anyways, other than the traffic being really shitty, by the way, everybody, it's still all recording. Right. Anyways, hopefully this will maybe provide some entertainment for people, I don't know. But anyways, so, alright, what was I saying? Oh, yeah, so, God, that dude, saying like, what the hell is that guy, wearing a fucking Hardy's jacket? That guy looks really fucking sketchy as hell. I go, Mr. Chandler? He goes, you didn't know me for a second. I'm Robert Smith. And he knew me. It's like, and he still thinks I'm awesome. Like, yeah, I'm so happy.
He does. Of course he does. Why is nobody surprised? Why, oh why, I wonder.
You have to being really nervous online or something like that, but no, seriously, I actually, I think that, like, people might be pissed when they're hearing this shit, because, like, I actually talked more to Bob, because he was interesting as fuck, though, and, like, telling me about, like, the Commodore 64, and how, apparently, like, before fucking Chris could speak, he was playing video games, so. Yeah. And how, according to him, 124 levels trying to get to Koopa, and he talked about Yoshi's Island. Like, dude, you're talking about fucking 4 different games, dumbass. But whatever, he's old. Yeah. I do the same thing with my grandma. Like, whatever, Grandma. Yeah, Japan's awesome, right? So. It's still going. An hour and 47. Here you go. I'm retarded when it comes to electronics. You want this?
After he let go of his dependents on conversing online with possible trolls, Christian's life seemed to have taken a turn for the better. But while his relationship with Emily looked promising, he was blissfully unaware of her true motives and the mysterious scheme to steal her away from him.
Oh yeah, we remember that, don't we? We indeed remember that. End of part 10. Now we're gonna do a zap forward. Start again at 20. I think I'm still somewhat awake, so I'm gonna play a bit more. And if I play a bit more, wouldn't it be a shame if we couldn't follow this a bit more?
What made him this way? What is the attraction?
Really, at this point, I'm probably going to fucking finish this series at some point. Just because I really want to see how this all plays out. Not just the ending, I want to see how we reach that ending. Because fucking hell. It never really should start with something like this. It fucking stays with you. A lot. Yeah, maybe, let's see, it's 40 minutes. I'm probably gonna do it like this. We're gonna do this one. Yeah, this is the one we ended up on. I'm gonna do this one, and then if I'm still feeling like we'll do one more.
Christian uploaded a video
post.
of himself performing what he
Because,
believed
you
to
know.
have been 51 bicep curls, using a 12-pack of lemonade cans in each hand. He claimed that the makeshift dumbbells weighed 50 pounds each, when in fact, they were closer to 10 pounds. As with his earlier push-up video, Chris performed the exercise incorrectly, giving his muscles very little actual workout, and would have been dangerous if tried using heavier weights. Nevertheless, he began sweating profusely very early on in the video, straining to lift the cartons. During the workout, some cans fall out, so
Yeah,
Chris stops
he
briefly to insert them.
really is not used to fucking exercise. Which means his poor body's like, oh shit, I have to work hard for the first fucking time in my life.
Later that day, he uploaded another video in which he finally reveals the complete photo he had been using cryptically to blackmail Clyde Cash. The visual content of the video itself is thought to be lost.
I have run out of good humor, so now it's time for the
Oh, that picture. Mm-hmm.
There's the picture. Ugh. Disgusting.
Chris then uploaded his third and final video of the day, in which he apologizes for the way he behaved during his phone conversation with Casey's father the previous night.
Casey?
Remember that, yep.
I'm sorry about the way I acted on your father last night. Yeah, I realized that I could have been more respectful. I said, yes sir.
Yes, he is very, very sorry.
I realized now that some of the things he talked
Just not really. That's the whole problem. Honestly, that's one of the parts probably that pisses me off the most about him. He never ever does a fucking sincere apology. It actually feels like he's meaning that. That's probably one of these aspects that really, really messes with me.
End up with this house inheriting it.
That's a night elf! Disgusting! I'll say yeah. Gay ass night elves.
I'm not afraid to cry in front of you.
Yes, but you're also crying in front of the whole of the internet, and that is probably not a good idea, my friend. Is there more of them? Maybe. Just don't tell him peek. You don't. You fucking know it. You don't care to fucking know. I was looking forward to coming to you. I like the music up here, at the peak.
But a man admits when he is wrong, and I was wrong in the way I acted last night. I'm sorry, I'm very, very sorry I hurt your feelings.
Just request the car video again. We'll get the... As soon as he finishes crying, we get the car video, because we fucking need that.
I feel terribly sad if he went back to that other Chris.
Also, we need something to laugh about sometimes, you know, sometimes.
I love you. You need me as well, because I am an honest and very loyal person.
Stop fucking lying,
like
please.
Like the other Chris.
It ain't believable at this point. His counter-argument is, I stay sane most of the time. Why would you try that 24/7? Works pretty well.
Those are pretty much lame attempts. Anyway, you know me, I am strong. I'm strong-willed. I would do whatever I could in my power for you. Everything. And I will hold up to my promise. promises. Just all the other things in life. But I don't need excuses. It's not about excuses. I'm gonna uphold my promises, Casey, and I don't want you to leave me. Please. I love you. And I
Look
need
at
you.
that fucking thick-ass tempered crying.
Later. Pray.
Well, then before we continue, time for something a bit more fun.
Hey, sorry I missed your call. I was calling you back to let you know that I love you and I miss you.
This never gets old.
I really want you to call me back.
That is
And I'm sorry I missed your phone call and that I know you're done. So when you get this, can you call me back? I love you and I miss you.
This fucking gold. I'm just gonna leave it open because we need it the future. But Jesus Christ, this is fucking amazing. Oh, I love this fucking this moment very much. So not in a Chris way, mind you.
Casey's father has bestowed upon me his
it's so
blessings
great.
to marry, and
It's so great.
thank you with his daughter, sweet Casey.
That woman there. Jesus fucking
The
Christ.
Copyright Office website, which states that the copyright for Sonitude as a 2D digital artwork has been claimed by Christian Western Channel. This was in fact true, but the Copyright Office does not check whether the applications for copyright are infringing, and the approval process is near automatic, with claims awarded to anyone who pays the necessary $45 fee, like Christian did. Copyright registration is also not an official recognition of copyright. It was around this time that Christian completed a special one-off 5-page comic made for Casey, which would become known as Sonitude Special 4. The story itself is largely a copy of the Rescuing Casey level, which he had made in Little Big Planet, and also borrows a few references from the 1991 action film Terminator 2: Judgment Day. Christian drives his car at the maximum speed limit of 65 miles per hour to rescue Casey from Liquid Chris. When he arrives, Liquid tries to attack him with a knife, but Christian dodges his slashes. He then grabs hold of Liquid and kicks him in the back, bringing him to the ground. Christian then whips out his Megatron pistol, which was featured in some earlier videos.
I remember this part.
Chris at the shins, announcing,
Now Casey's gonna be like,
"You'll
what the
live,
fuck are you
but
doing?
never
How you can't
impersonate
shoot him?
or lie that greatly."
I
He then
remember.
brings Casey safely back home to her parents, who congratulate him. Christian and Casey kiss, and onlookers praise Christian and insult Liquid Chris. He sent the comic to Casey for consideration. After she had read
Well,
it,
like we
Christian
got
called
these
her
are the
asking
animals
for
I'm
her
looking
opinion.
for.
Hi, Casey. How are you?
I'm okay.
Bad need to do.
So
You do
did
that.
see the comic pages I
Take care of the
sent you?
doja and be the dad. Be the dad.
I'm a
Be the
little
dad.
disturbed
And not the
by
doge.
the violence in it. You shot Chris.
Only in the leg. They went chase after us.
Only the
That's
legs.
horrible. That's really horrible. Like, he'd be in a wheelchair. Like, he wouldn't do that to you.
No,
I mean, he's a lot
I don't think we need to
nicer
debate
than
about
that.
the
You're trying
actual
to make yourself look
implications
better
that
than him,
wounds
but
would
you
have. It's more like, you know,
shot
the,
Well, there was Jim coming after me with a knife.
It's like, why did you have to make it so violent? Like, normally in your comics, you, like, transform into Christian Sonitude and beat them that way. Like, I've never seen you, like, attempt to kill somebody in a comic before.
yeah, it's new and exciting, isn't it?
I don't know, more realistic in these pages. That's more close to real life.
So you're saying that you would shoot him in real life?
I mean, if I were in the position of Chris, and knowing, you know, that people are doing that, I'd probably be like, yes, I would shoot him in the legs. Most probably, yes. Been an asshole to me the whole time.
I know, but you shot him with a real gun in the comic. Like, Like, he was my boyfriend and you shot him. I mean, don't you think that I'd still care about him a little?
They're going off the woman I know now. Most of them do not give a flying fuck about their ex-boyfriends. Apart from those who know. Good looking enough that you want to keep those, maybe, you know, in the back burner, in case. Your asshole's
If
like
you were
that.
sorry, you wouldn't have done it in the first place. I mean, like, you drew him there in pain. You're just watching him bleed, and then you leave him. Like,
Like
what
you're
happens when
supposed
you
to.
did real life? He died.
No, actually, I will call 911 on, bring the police and ambulance around.
Okay, then what? Be like, I shot him. They're gonna arrest you. You're gonna call 911 on yourself. I have no words to describe it. I mean,
You can claim self-defense, can't you?
my father, and he told my brother about it, and my sister about it. Like, my whole family is against you. They think you're crazy. What's gonna happen if, like, somebody sees this? They're gonna think you're insane.
Well, nobody else has to see it.
But what happens if they did? I don't get why you had to shoot my boyfriend. The hell?
Why not? It's a fucking comic, bitch. For the love of God. It's not even a well-drawn comic. It's not like the violence is ultra gory or visible.
You didn't stop eating fast food, because I totally know about the whole McDonald's thing. And you still can't jog or work out or whatever. Just sit around and play video games.
Yes,
You
so,
haven't
bitch, I
done
like playing
anything
video
you were
games.
gonna do for me. And then you show a comic with you shooting people.
Yes, it's a comic. Jesus Christ, woman, calm down.
Besides, and I found out that you didn't even make that date level for me. I heard that you made it for another girl. That's so disrespectful. You won't do anything for me. Okay, yeah, you finally made the comic, but then oh my god. I mean, you were so nasty to my family. You just, you don't even seem apologetic at all. I mean, that whole video you made sounded so fake. It's like what my little sister does when
fair
she
point.
doesn't get her way.
Does
You
sound
just sound like a
as fuck.
spoiled, retarded brat.
It was true. I cried. I did cry. I cried.
No, you didn't. There were no real tears.
No, those were real.
No, they were not.
Mm,
Don't raise your voice at me.
yeah.
Seriously,
Come
that's
on.
what Kara does when she doesn't get her way.
Those were real tears.
No, they weren't. Now, I really think my dad's right. I think you just want me so you could fuck me and take me from Chris because you're jealous of Chris. And I mean,
Not even jealous much. He just wants to fucking
come
fuck.
on.
Quite
You're
literally.
lucky
It's
I
so
gave you this
motivation.
much of a chance. First thing
That
you
is
said
that
to me,
is.
all you did was stare at my chest and insult me.
Listening to this fucking conversation
I
again,
can
though.
understand how you call me
Woman
fat
really is a
on the
bitch, isn't she?
other hand,
I mean,
you're, like,
seriously,
staring at me
fuck's
the whole
sake.
time.
She makes quite literally a fucking mountain out of nothing because it's a fucking not even well-drawn comic. Well, I'll be taken serious. Heck, when you draw something like this, it's shooting me in the legs, I'd be like, more. Oh, welcome back, little Terry.
Hello?
See, I'm nice. I still have you in my group going like, yes, to Terry. Because I forgot that and I just looked up and was like, ah, look at that. It's still there. But yeah, welcome back. We have finished part 10, we have rejoined this story at part 20. And I think most of this part we've already listened to with the Chronos, so we have the pleasure of listening to Casey making her point about the comic where he shoots the guy that Chris in the legs and goes like, Mama, you can't do this is violence. Well, I'm amusing myself with the fact that that is most definitively bullshit. The highest order that she's spouting.
Chris, I'm so sick of you calling me by that stupid name. I am the real deal. I have all the proof and everything. You're the copy.
Now we're listening to this part again.
Who am I
Great.
gonna believe? The guy who's hot and sexy and can play a guitar, or the people?
Actually, that's a good point. If you make a choice for a woman and she has to choose who to believe between, you know, a handsome, nice fella and, well, a guy of Chris proportions, try to take an educated guess who she's more likely to believe. There are quite a few women like this. Mind you, there are also quite a few men who are very, very much like that, so just, you know, that's not the point you're making a woman. You're literally making a case against your gender.
Or a person who lies to me every fucking night.
Yeah, and not to mention that you're fat and ugly.
I am not a fat, god damn it!
Yeah, you are. You look like you weigh a good 220 pounds.
I
I do not weigh 220 pounds. I weigh a lot less than that. You weak little son of a bitch. I am so sick.
Depends what Chris was saying.
I
mean, realistically speaking, I don't think anyone in this story can actually claim to be sane. Chris most definitely isn't. His trolls have reached a state where you can only really claim insanity to explain their behavior. I listened to that conversation between... what's his called? The guy who played one of the girls. Blue Spike, he was called, I think. Fucking 13-year-old boy going all ape shit, making Chris shove up things up his ass, and I'm sitting there like, fuck's sake. A 13-year-old, you fucking... If I were your fucking parents and I would get even a hint of what you're doing, I'd be fucking punching you in the face until you don't know where the fuck up is. It's much less worrying. He doesn't even know his own weight yet. Yeah, honestly, my only real moment of light, and I have to absolutely say this, is Bob. Bob is interesting, Bob is great. The only greatest flaw here is that he's not stopping Chris from doing this shit. If he had been doing that, I'd be more than happy. But honestly, insanity is fucking all around here. Jesus Christ.
No, you are the liar, you are the fraud.
How fucked up a 13-year-old must you be if you make a fucking grown-ass 27 something, maybe potentially guy shove a fucking thing up his ass? Not an idea you should come up with at the age of 13 normally.
No, you are the worthless.
But hey. Not even gonna go there any longer. I've given up. Pointing out just how insane it all is. I'd be sitting here all day just pointing out how insane it is. But literally, I could make lifelong journeys through every single part of this and pointing out every single time something insane happens. I'd have to work for days, months, years even.
I have not been lying to anybody. I have been honest. It's true.
You have not.
Hang on a second.
You are just a fraud. Your whole life is a fraud.
The one in the brown stripe? I want you to talk to her and tell Mom. I'm sick of it. He still call me that goddamn Brandon Harrison. There'll still be there, because I'm going to have you talking to the real Robert Chandler in a second.
Of course, little dragon. Let me do fair, he is level 27. He will probably attack me at that range.
You there?
Hello?
Hello?
Who is this?
Hello?
Hello?
Who is this?
Casey?
This is Rob.
Oops. It's gonna be two of them. Well, too late to complain now.
Hello?
Casey, please, just listen. That's my father, Robert Chandler.
I know, I keep talking and he can't hear me.
I can't hear you.
No, he can't.
Say hello.
What? What do you want? Well, right now it's midnight. What in the world do you want? You don't want anything to talk. You don't want to talk either. She can't talk. Her cat's got her tongue. Casey, please talk.
Sorry, I'm really confused. Like, one minute I'm talking to someone and the next minute I'm not.
What's so confusing about that?
I was trying to get you all to talk to that cliff over there. She's still there with you right now. He's still protecting me with his access.
It's a nice reminder. Well, I should actually doing something. I'm starting to zone out again, listening to this. Better. Happens actually quite often when you play WoW for a bit. You kinda get into that state where you just zoom out, listen to the background music and go like, my mind's empty. Like meditation, basically.
Are you with me? Are you with me or are you with him?
You? You're not calling me a bitch, because I find that extremely disrespectful.
You are a bitch though. Is it really insulting if it's the truth?
Oh good, my family hates you, your family hates me.
Are you with me, baby? Are you with me? Are we gonna get married?
Yeah, let's go get married, because I can't deal with this.
I can't deal with him still protecting me.
But honestly, that sort of zoning out that you see here, where you just mindlessly start farming some mobs for the quest or for materials and stuff like that, it kinda got a lot less in the later WoW expansion because things go a bit faster. You don't really have to do this to that degree. Yeah. Ah, back in the day. This is a nice state of mind though. It's a really relaxed state of mind. Makes me feel good. Problem is, I do remember spending whole nights sitting just there, then in the morning it's like, fuck.
No.
Which is also why I started, you know, reducing my playtime in the evening when I had to work the next day, because fuck that. Going to work without much sleep. No, boy.
And as for you, Christian Hudson Chandler over there, I am going to find you, and I am going to have you proven as a liar. Goodbye.
Oh, fuck you.
No, fuck you. But yeah.
That's great. It ended with Daisy saying, "Oh, fuck you."
Still, you know, that woman really has no right to complain about being called a bitch. She's acting like a bitch.
You know how much you love it.
Really is.
Yeah, I know, right?
Why is she then surprised when people call her out on it? I wonder.
Oh my god, that was the best call ever. I can't believe we got barbed and stopped.
When do you normally go to work?
We got half of them.
Well, as long as we had the store, I basically woke up at 5 in the morning and then I came back somewhere around 7 in the evening.
Hang up on the bitch.
Well, there was a lot of work to do. Now once we start the new job, probably have to still wake up early. Pretty much the same, maybe a bit earlier for the early shift. And then there's also late shift, I think. We'll see. Yeah, I remember that art. I was like, yep, this art is a huge improvement. A fucking huge improvement. And at least they don't have full day shifts like I had done so much in the past. That's gonna be strange. And they actually potentially give me a bit more free time.
30. Why would I want to be with someone who I know is going to be dead in 4 years? 3 years. My family hates you. You're lying to me. You're nasty to my friends. You lie to my friends. I mean, don't think I don't know that you don't lie to Kim. Don't think I don't know that you don't lie to me. I don't think you have
still a very
with
strange
anyone
feeling
to tell
though.
you the truth. So you cannot tell
Let's
me
not fight
that you
that,
want
shall
me
we?
to be with
It's
you
like
or
I'm
that you
moving
love me
into the
because
actual
you're just
night
gonna
of
die
days.
wasting your life playing video games and doing nothing. You wasted your life and you think you're good enough to date anyone, including me? I mean, you're freaking weak-willed. You're not even good enough for society. I don't think you're ever gonna get anything. You can't fight for what you want. You definitely didn't fight for me. So you know what? I don't need this at all. Fuck you. I don't even want to be friends because you are a total waste of space.
Jesus
And you know
Christ,
what?
woman.
I'm getting married tomorrow.
Proving my
2
point.
p.m.
Harshly, aren't
All
you?
thanks to you. 'Cause if it weren't for you being such an ass, I wouldn't see what a great person Chris is and how much he really does love me. Because I had someone to compare him to who doesn't give a shit about me, who only loves his video games and himself. I don't even care because I don't even have anything to say to you because you know what? You won't hurt about this. You'll be over this by tomorrow. I will never see anything that shows that you're even hurt by this or you even care. I'm going to go ahead and get married tomorrow. I'm going to be happy and I'm going to live my life. And
Yes,
you know what?
woman,
You're
go
gonna be doing
ahead.
the same
Do
thing
so.
in 5 years. If you're not dead. I bet you I'll never be mentioned again by you. You're not going to be upset. You're not going to do anything. I bet you anything. I'm going to see a new video being like, oh, who the hell was Casey? I'm going after... I don't even care anymore.
Oh, Casey. Believe you me, at this point in time, I don't think we will ever forget about you.
A video about needing a new
It will not be a pleasant memory.
because I'm done.
In fact, I go so far as to say I will remember that bit for quite a while.
Soon after,
Not in a positive way. No. Oh god, is it time for the video again? I think we need the video again.
When I was trying to say it, I'm sorry for hurting you and mistreating you. There's a lot. There's some lies. Let's say with honest truth. You know, it's fun. If you feel like you're Chris will make you happy, it's like congratulations on your wedding. I wish You and Chris are happiness in the world. I'll say a prayer for you.
We all know you don't mean it, though.
For the
Which would you might have changed my life.
safe honeymoon.
Well, if we have done well and influenced it in a positive way, that is something interesting. And good. I would like that.
Guess so. See you around.
Oh, you know. If we jokingly say if we changed it in a bad way, then please don't sue us. That's kind of funny how that works, though, isn't it? It's really hard to foresee what will have an influence on you and in what way.
Take care of yourself.
Interestingly enough. Do we need more of those stone talons up? Yes, I do.
And you're sweet, gentle,
Not bad at all.
caring
Good, very good.
person. Loving care, Katie.
Going in a good direction. I like that.
Love you.
That's the most we all can hope for, honestly. Pretty much.
The next day, Christian finally received his certificate of copyright registration for Sonichu and victoriously announced so in a video with all signs of heartbreak.
They had the corals of Zed
just as
beasts.
Casey had predicted.
I don't get the
There's
Zed
no
from
time
them.
for fan mail. Well, not much fan mail as it is. There's something from.
I need to kill the special ones. I probably killed a lot of slimes that I didn't need it to kill. Oops.
What do you know?
Culled the population a bit.
All trolls have been lying after all. They have no registration. Read it and weep.
Read it and weep. Yeah.
Anyway, the signature, the seal, and the registration number, and the titles, and everything. This will be scanned and uploaded to the Wikipedia today. So, middle finger to you, you damn trolling bastards. You can die and rot in hell, Clyde. And you too, Chris.
I do love the tone change. The moment she's like, I wish you all the best, even though I'm very sad about the next one. She's like, fuck you.
Oh, also something else, you know. Front and back.
Ah, this is such a Chris move. This is really such a Chris move.
So there.
I would have said email
I
should
am
have
the
said
man.
here to copyright.
I am the real creator. I am Christian Weston Chandler, first name Christopher, Spanish nickname Ricardo, of Rocketsville, Virginia, in the United States of America.
Yeah, he just kind of likes doxing himself, honestly.
Okay, I don't know the words, but I'm being patriotic here.
Yes, you're being patriotic, but probably pissing off a lot of Americans who are actually like, hey,
So,
stop that.
sing and pray that you will
He has really quite a few qualities that will make him enemies. No question about it.
Stardate.
Also, I enjoy the music up here.
2009.
Because this music up here is nice.
Christian made a video
One of the better songs in the
comic and
whole WoW.
falsified listings on the marketplace website, Craigslist.
I will hold true to my promise and upload
That was surprising.
once I feel like it that day on a daily basis to Wikipedia. Starting today. The card page for today will have been uploaded by the time this video is uploaded onto the Wikipedia. There, I currently and have not had any ads on Craigslist for selling anything or offering anything at the time. So anybody who sees such
No,
ads
another little
pertains
baby
to,
dragon that wants to
my home
die.
address, my home phone number, mine or my mother, my father's names, please flag it as scam or something like that. Because I'm just taking time. Unless I specifically say it's legit on the Wikipedia or here on this YouTube account, I believe it. And also, I thought I would like the phone number
Small
for,
flame sack.
get in contact with the people behind Craigslist,
Because
so we
it's
can
cute,
straighten
it's
out that
small.
mess and prevent frauds.
But it's mine
And
now.
also,
Why did you get
I
it?
want to
I had to
find
call a favor
out,
and put it.
High cash.
Yeah, but what do you do with that? Nothing, I save it. Okay.
I'm getting information. I have a person on the inside.
Uh-huh.
So you best just fall back. Get off the internet, stay off the internet.
Yeah, same advice, boy. To you too. Fucking stay off the internet.
And y'all have a safe, blessed day. Thank you.
Later that day, Christian sent Vivian G an email hoping to settle past disputes and form a business partnership together. Now that I
He
finally
could
have
just
peace
stay
of
off the
mind,
internet, but
I
he will
apologize
never
for
ever
past
do that. But he will
unformalities
advise
and
other
emotional
people to stay off
outbursts
the
in past
internet.
communications. I have decided I will fully
The
approve
irony
your
bites
continued
itself in the
audiobook
fucking
videos
ass in
and
this
sales.
case.
But in return,
I mean, Jesus
I ask
fucking
for
Christ.
25% of all the money changed to USA
Okay, we just need to
currency
kill a few
you
more
have
slimies.
and will have, made from all that you have put together and sold, as well as
We
2
need to kill
copies
the right
of each
slimies.
CD/DVD of the audiobooks, and 2 of each other additional merchandise aside from the audiobooks. I extend an olive branch of peace, and I await your well-thought response.
That doesn't
Have a
sound
good,
like an olive
safe
branch,
day,
now does
Miss
it?
Vivian.
No, sounds
Vivian
like
swiftly
demands.
replied, Yeah, peace of mind. Peace of mind to fucking want me dead at least, what, 3 to 4 times now? You've cursed me like 17 times, and now you expect me to give you money? I fucking offered you months ago, and you just wanted me dead. Go fuck yourself. Love, Vivian.
Love,
Christian
Vivian.
apologized for his past actions and attempted to sweeten the offer. I would like to hire you to be my manager of business relations. Obviously, you have done something right with your wheeling and dealing to make the money from the audiobooks. Merchandise should be made official. I would like a list of all those who have created merchandise, web pages, contact info, and names, so I can get in touch with the ones who did well in their creations, not just shipshot parodic crap, or locate some toy companies' info for my reference. Phone conversations with the true people of Nintendo and Sega, and maybe Sony, would be beneficial, with assured assistance from my manager. It is time to set the merchandise wheels and legitimate business talks
Leading to
in
more
motion.
sons of scenarios.
Remove all curses from the past.
What else?
Thank
Scenarios
you
is
for
dead.
goodness blessings. I've had the epiphany about business relations and matured
Wait, was there
mentally
anything in
from
there?
that.
I can't
Please help
carry
me.
anymore.
Vivian suggested that he contact Nintendo and Sony himself over the phone, and by sending
Nothing
them
really.
an 18-minute-long video pitching Sonichu. She then gave him an exhaustive list of the structure and checklist for the pitch. Staying true to his promise, from the 14th to the 18th, Christian uploaded a new page of Sonichu episode 20 every day.
I got Danish hot
However,
dogs.
On November 19th, he wrote a blog
Don't
post
think
on
I
Wikipedia,
did.
apologizing that he could not deliver a new page
At least I
on
haven't
that day,
seen
and
them
informed his
around here,
audience that he
so
was working on a
probably
video
not.
presentation to offer to major companies.
Any good?
And also updated
Would
the
you
website
recommend,
with a
little Terry?
category, the mailbag. This was a page designated for answering the many questions emailed to the SysOp COG staff, addressed to Chris by so-called fans. Mailbag 1's questions and
Did
answers
Chris
were
miss it?
posted on
No, feel free to
13th,
ask.
but
I mean,
Christian chose to answer only the questions which
there
were
are amongst us
respectful,
here.
free of ridicule,
At the best.
and complimenting him.
Well,
also
if you say
received
so,
an email
I'm going
from
to
Vivian, berating
quickly
him
make
for his lack
myself a
of effort
note.
in contacting companies about Sonichu.
Danish.
A couple of days later,
Because then
he
I'm
answered
going to
questions
take a
from
look if I can
Mailbag
get them
2,
around here
and
somewhere.
also created
I want to give them a
rejected
try.
Mailbag page, where he posted emails from trolls which
Always
he
good to
deemed
get a recommendation,
unacceptable
especially when it
and
comes to
unworthy
good
of
food.
answering, possibly as a way to gain more sympathy, or perhaps set an
I need
example
to
of
find
what
more
not to
slimes
ask a
though.
Christian.
And Sons of
On
Scenarios, but
November
fucking
23rd,
slimes first.
He finally completed his videographic presentation for Nintendo and Sega's consideration.
Hello there, business people. Welcome
Hello
to
there,
the
business
world of
people.
Virginia
An
and
ideal
the
start.
world of science and roast you. Anyway, I'm here today to talk to you about the revolutionary character that will.
Hey, at least we give him a better background music than he would usually use. I think Chris should be thankful for that. They're really enhancing his performance.
The lovely old country hedgehog Pokemon right here.
In the actual hot
Yeah,
dog.
first off, we have to look up this nice big book here. Got this book here. So thick. And get
I
no
have a
book.
little strategy going like, yeah,
He
I'm gonna
explains
now
how he
use my
conceived
extensive knowledge on
Sonichu
hot
from
dogs.
Manchester High School, and
It's like I
summarizes how
waited for this
Sonichu came
moment
to be
1,000
the
years.
storyline.
Now's my time.
Sonichu's appeal. Sonichu Roshi's appeal. Yeah, mainly the appeal was aimed towards children. And there was a start up there. We got a little toy here I put together. Even a board game, or the board right here. Sonic versus Sonic, a little racing type game, but a little
Because he's a little strategy. I'd be surprised what sometimes comes out of him. I'm like, that's interesting.
That is part of the
He's well and truly good for a nice surprise.
hang out with in the world of Sonic eventually. Anyway, yeah, I got a whole bunch of histories here.
There's another one of the right ones.
From
Good game.
with,
Give me all of the
making
little
up
Zap
a bunch
creatures.
of stories and whatnot. And even made a
There's
title
another one.
for it in my homemade Nintendo Power magazine, which I believe I told Nintendo of America about in a previous letter or two.
See? It's a strategy
Following
bomber.
this video, there will be a video where
It will be presented
I quite literally wouldn't know the difference, to be fair.
a PowerPoint presentation.
First time I heard that word.
better describe a situation.
But hey,
Anyway, with the
you don't need to know everything.
on drawing and this is my lifetime, hopefully, between 50 to 100 books.
But you can
This
know.
highlights the allegedly worldwide appeal of the
Nice.
Sonic 2 franchise.
Now we just need to kill 2 more Sons of Cenarius.
Number of fans. I even have
Roundabout
fan
discounts.
submissions. Like, this here is a piece of fan art that came from a girl I knew in Australia, and that's a postcard sent from her right there. That's going to be the cover of the first book that's just based on Sonic 2, which is definitely be cover number 10, which this won't be the cover of.
Right answer. I bet. I tried to remember.
That's his YouTube name.
That answers many questions.
Yeah, also, I've received fan art in the snail mail. Those are printed off the internet.
Doesn't
This lovely one. That came from a lovely one named Allie.
Oh, well, you look at that art. Not bad. Not bad at all.
And from that, that's, she got that little bear, like, Rose
Isn't ready yet.
But still, do my own version of it. Isn't that fun? Oh, and plus, local art in Charlottesville, an artist, a big character for sure of me. So, yeah.
Come over here, son of a gun. Don't kill my succubus. I need that one. For reasons. Yes, reasons. As every good warlock has ever done. Actually, in the classic case, you really do have good reasons to summon it. Up the dead, not so much. Ah, now I need to leave the area though. I don't want to leave the area. I like the music.
Instead of Frank, maybe my homemade Pokemon training cards, which I keep at home for art's sake.
Talking of bread, actually. It might actually be a good idea to get myself some breadsticks for Saturday, now that I think about it. I'll probably do the shopping for that today. It would probably be a good idea.
Also, with the animated show that maybe Cartoon Network and their people can help me out on. When that TV show gets run, where I will be happy to, where I will be the director, and I will be voicing myself and Sonic. Listen to the difference. Okay, this is me, Christian Weston Chandler, and this will be Sonic. Hey, Rosie, let's go out and zap to the extreme. We got some bad guys to defeat. Come on, let's go. Yeah. Anyway, running low on time.
In back we go with our quest log. Finished.
Of the big building.
I do kinda miss though going up there. That was such a nice, pleasant change, honestly. Music changed, scenery changes, the lighting changes a bit. Yes, so many things.
It's very good. I mean, I would just imagine this in real life. It would even have a Pokemon Center in there, like the one New York used to have before it turned into a Nintendo World USA. It should stay a Pokemon Center. Now that was definitely better appeal than just Nintendo, even though yes, Nintendo has the rights and everything, but it was the Pokemon Center. I mean,
sounds like it's what he means. At least that's what I imagined.
And it has a mayor's office right here above the front of the main.
Also, really, if you want to make a business presentation, you may invest in a bit of a better camera first, because people can't even see your documents.
Pretty much take care of it for,
I'm pretty sure he did precisely zero editing, which means he just took the video like it is, and instead of then looking at it, go like shit, nobody can read that. Do something about it.
So, to Nintendo, Sega, and Sony, and all the other companies interested in franchising with me here, I await your call to my home phone number or my cell phone. Thank you very much, and have a pleasant day.
As another Sweetheart saga drew to a close, Christian displayed a remarkable bouncing back of spirits, urging others to make the Sonic 2 franchise a dignified reality, like he had done for much of his adult life, which only reassured trolls that his life was a seemingly endless, repeating cycle, and that there was always room for another nemesis and another boyfriend-free girl to come along.
Of course. When Shotox. I mean, to call anything French is usually rather insulting, to be fair though. I would like to point that out. Yes. I'm not the only one who dislikes the French. Many people dislike the French for many reasons.
What made him this way?
To be fair, it's a good point actually.
What is the attraction?
The French are easily hateable for their many offenses against humanity. And many people I'm willing to forgive, but not the French. I mean, you know how it goes, you know? The Frenchies try to fuck with us. We fucked with them. They fucked with us again. So we came back and invaded them again. Bit of a long story, that one. Worked pretty well, though. Yes, the French really are special. And I can be as insulting as I want to them, because funnily enough, I actually have thanks to my uncle marrying into a family of Frenchies, some French family in southern France. It was a fun meeting there. Getting up and all the old timers sitting out on the porch and in uniforms, and you get there, you know, being a small little German. They all stand up and salute you. I really had to stop myself from asking them for a nice little Heil Hitler or something, and I was bloody damn tempted.
We got his fucking dad.
But well, that was nicely shut up, let's just say.
Hello?
I was like, don't you fucking dare.
Who do you think you are? Who are you? You have got a issue problem. God forgive you.
I beg your pardon. Who
God needs to move in your life severely.
Severely.
You quit dialing my number and go somewhere and play a game with a gutter rat.
Bring yourself over here. I'll show you what's the matter, okay?
Listen, boy, you get your black ass down in the gutter and stay there. You understand?
I am the woman of the house, and you don't call me and ask me who my daddy is.
Friend. I don't know what you are or who you are, and I don't really care. But you're invading my privacy, and you're cussing at me, and I don't like it.
Well, fair point.
That way. I tell you what, why don't you call my husband and tell my husband that?
I'll let you talk to my wife. Maybe she can talk some sense into your head.
Is that gonna work? Bacon wrapped sausage. Bacon wrapped. I like bacon. Bacon wrapped is always something that's gonna be like, yep.
You call because you're not talking to anybody that you know.
You have got a issue problem.
I don't have an issue problem with anybody, but please call my number.
First attention Christian had gotten
surprisingly loud.
Prank calling his home phone number, which he had freely recited in his videos. This issue persisted for years.
Of course it did.
On November 23rd,
Nobody was surprised.
2009, Christian noticed a couple of advertisements on his Wikipedia
How may
website,
I
which he
aid
deemed undesirable. The first was a pro-gay rights ad, endorsed by the character Peter Griffin from Family Guy. And the other was an ad for a competition to win a trip to Mexico, sponsored by a pickle man dressed in his stereotypical Mexican costume. Chris contacted the SysOp, or system operator of the Wikipedia, Coxdev, complaining about the advertisements.
And
He was
I
told
think I'm
that the
gonna change
database
things
was sold
again.
to one Jack Thaddeus, and provided
Hopefully.
Chris Jack's email address to contact him
So
personally
Steam, what
to
are you
discuss the
doing?
matter.
Steam is
I'm
blinking at
feeling
me.
pissed off because I was not informed of that transaction, but I'm even more upset with the content of the ads. Please change the icon for the Mexico trip contest to the flag of Mexico, and please remove the gay rights ad. And I do apologize for not answering your calls, but between you
Bacon
and me,
can't win.
I feel
Pretty much,
email
yeah.
is preferred.
I do have
Because I know
a particular
seeing
love
the
for
email
the
address,
bacon.
unlike on the caller
Bacon is
ID,
awesome.
comes up restricted
But half
or
the flow of magic.
unavailable.
Bring it
If you
to
at least
Bell
told me
and
your
Fire
phone
had some
number and not let it be restricted,
Where would
I
that
would
guy
feel
be?
more likely to pick up.
Not sure. Is that a dungeon quest?
Anyway, I heard you have more
Okay.
info on Clyde. Please tell me in your reply. On November 24th, Chris uploaded a video of his
I'm
Sonic
not blind.
PowerPoint presentation for the attention of Nintendo and Sega,
Oh, there it
which
is.
had been largely completed around a year before.
There it
He
is.
recorded it by filming his computer screen with a handheld camera.
All songs you wrote mysterious copyright by me.
Let's
With my
see there.
proof on the Wikipedia.
I gotta have to look this quest up actually at some point. Or read it correctly.
Yay.
Okay, so let's finish that
He
quest down
talks
there.
about the origination
Damn
of
it.
Sonichu
I lost
and
focus.
clarifies the meaning behind his name.
As for his name, well, rumored to be a comparison to Sonic, to a combination of Sonic and Pikachu, that was not the case. I
Now then,
originally
time to
played
travel
the
to the
name
next
was
area.
Sonic's
On
Japanese
foot.
name,
Because that's the only way we can do it.
He then rushes through some more origins and plot points and highlights what
Well, I do
sets
sometimes
Ghost
find
apart
myself
from
thinking,
Sonic
you
the
know,
Hedgehog's Amy
this
Rose character.
is a lot of walking you have to do. But on the other hand, this is how it was supposed to be. You are supposed to have a very, very reasonably slow process of leveling up. And that is somewhat enhanced through the fact that you have to quite literally walk everywhere. Which makes the first time when you actually get a mount, which for the most people actually wasn't at level 40 because nobody had, you know, saved up enough money. How many? The first mount is really, really special. Really special experience. And everybody who has a mount is, or was back then, seen with some jealousy, of course, but also with, you know, some much respect, because that takes a lot out of you. Also, handheld cameras, really good ideas. That's not gonna give anyone cancer looking at. Wow, walking simulator. Yeah, but it's a fun walking simulator at least. Compared to other walking simulators who really, really don't capture you like this. Oh, had a good combination. They had some very nice background music. The quests were okay-ish.
On the history of his websites, fame and trolling, and the powers of the Sonichu
But very
medallion,
annoying.
which, according to him,
Very
grants
annoying
him special
parts
powers
like
only
some
in
of the other
comics.
games here are not necessarily present. Also, of course, the fact, you know, that it is a pure fantasy. A pure high fantasy, maybe? What I want to say?
In this form, I
Probably.
can execute my own personal
Does kinda help
selection
me a
of
lot.
attacks as a normal
Yes,
electric
give me a
type
freeze
Pokemon,
interest, meaning to respect
with
before
keen
shiny man to
ability,
Frisia.
including Mach Punch,
Or
Thunderbolt,
the Netherlands,
and Hyper Beam. As well
who
as
still do not own all of,
and Sonichu
you know,
form,
good old-fashioned
I enjoy being
Frisia,
able to execute
because
this
the eastern
short
part
attack
belongs to
and
Germany.
bad luck and same misfortune with some damage.
I should know, I lived up there.
Used to be called Kamehameha, now it's called Shinyehameha.
Yay!
Christian Sonichu. That is me. And like, yeah, this is from this art is to be the cover of book number 10 from my Australian gal pound fan, whose nickname was Panda Halo.
Panda Halo.
She is dead now, and I miss her.
I'm assuming she refers to dropping a panda in
Anyway.
the Halo operation.
Chris then informs his prospective business collaborators of his ideas for a
You know, as
Sonichu
in
video
para
game.
dropping a panda,
This is a
because
great
why
start
wouldn't
to
you?
Profits from the electric hedgehog that started humbly from the mind of a well-rounded, church-going, high-functioning, autistic, recovered individual. Nintendo will see good profits in the time frame of the game's release. Sonichu, go!
I have some real trouble believing that.
I look forward to working with y'all.
Yes, only because we
each of
didn't
y'all
claim it since it
in
used to be the
person very
Holy
soon
Roman
on the Sonichu project.
Max from Pope.
Thank you very much and have a
Fair
safe
enough,
day.
it's a nice piece of land and Germany very much likes it, so, you know, I have no
Christian
complaints
then
about it.
informed
We got
Vivian
what we
G
wanted.
that he was allegedly in contact with Nintendo, Sega, and Sony.
Germany is very
Vivian
happy to keep
suggested that he market
eastern part of
himself by
Frisia.
going to conventions and selling homemade Sonichu
Nice place to make a
related
vacation
merchandise
in, not so
order
nice
get
to live in,
worldwide
but hey.
exposure and a small chance that a small company may choose to support him. The following day, Christian wrote a blog post informing his audience that even though he reacted very negatively towards dishonest Sonichu merchandising attempts in the past, he had learned to accept them as homages to his work. And as long as they weren't distributing copies of his comic or his Yup, I'm on TV DVD, they were welcome to produce more Sonichu-related merchandise on his behalf until he could release officially licensed products.
Look, don't change though.
encouraged Christian to think of some exciting ways to promote Sonichu, and suggested that he take inspiration from the video game Mirror's
Should be
Edge,
relatively
which
cheap
features a
indeed.
style of unassisted
Although
traversing
gas
through
prices have
man-made
kinda
supernatural obstacles at great
changed
speed,
quite a bit
called
recently.
parkour.
Originally we had
On
around
November 29th,
€1.60
Chris wrote a
per
blog post
litre.
offering some
Right
relationship
now it's
advice
more
to those
like
attending high school.
€10
Back when I was in high school
plus
during my
per
freshman
litre.
year, during the time I was a manager of the varsity basketball
Depends on your
team,
definition.
I had a crush on one of the cheerleaders. Among the whole group, though,
You
they
pay
all
on
enjoyed my
average
company and good humor.
1.98
Anyway, the
per litre
cheerleader I had the crush on, she asked
at
me
the
if I had a
moment
crush on anyone.
for
I answered honestly.
normal
Then
fuel.
she asked who.
Not
Blushing,
diesel,
I told her
mind
that I
you.
was crushing on her.
Diesel is actually at the moment
She
a
took some
bit
time
more
to think about
pricey.
it, and she told me later
€3
that while
here.
she liked me as a friend,
Yeah,
she did
most
not
other
see me
countries
as
actually
boyfriend
have
material at the
quite
time.
Seemed quite
I
to
later
rise in
learned
there.
that she was 2 grades ahead of me.
Prices.
Live and learn. At least I tried. And with that, I encourage
Ooh,
everyone
let's
to
see
date
here.
someone
More
to hopefully
stamina
make into a
and spirit. I
sweetheart
don't really care
with
about the
eventual
spirit.
benefits. It is harder when you are a freshman, so I'd wait until the sophomore year
How do they
before
look
setting my sights on nearly every girl
compared?
I saw. But as a freshman,
Both look
if you have
shitty.
your sights set on someone, and you know that
Actually, if you
opposite
wanna
gender
get
person
real
is a freshman too, I
cheap
suggest
fuel,
looking
go
up
over
a
to
role
Luxembourg.
model,
Luxembourg
a
has
cool
the
junior or
cheapest
senior
fucking
year
fuel
student, and follow their
around
example on
here.
asking others out, but with your own personal flair and charm. Do not
The
totally
last
copy
I
your role
yet.
model.
I remember
And
when
if
we
you know
drove.
someone who is without a sweetheart in high school, ladies and gentlemen, hook them up.
Down to
And do
Spain.
not make it a joke. That is just plain mean
We
and cruel.
tanked full
And
in
being mean and cruel is
Luxembourg.
not
It was
cool.
cheap as fuck.
And if it helps, think
They're a
of it
small
as
state, but
volunteer
their
work.
fucking fuel is
Most
cheap
people enjoy
as
volunteering and
fucking
helping,
hell.
even for an assignment or extra
If I would be living closer to the
Such
border to
kindness
them,
and
I'd be
concern
fucking
reflects
driving
you
over
as a
there
better
to
person,
just to get
not
my
some random
fuel.
shallow loser, because it shows that you truly care about others and yourself. I offer my blessings to every lucky sweetheart couple in high schools everywhere.
Yes, but you're gonna feel
It is
better because,
true,
yes,
you would never
cheap fuel.
find anyone better than the significant other that you're with right now. Stay safe and stay in spirit. As November opened up to December, Chris continued to
Okay,
work
we did
hard,
this.
publishing at least one new Sonetry page every day, and answering more and more mailbags,
What
often
else can
taking
we
on
do?
an aggressive, condescending tone, and also leaving shorter and shorter replies. Some individuals inquired about his stance on Asperger's syndrome, with Christian angrily declaring that it has no relation to autism.
I kind of want to hear more of the Night Elven soundtrack, but since we don't have a quest up there, we can do is actually go to Ashen Vale.
He had been receiving
I
so
have
many
your
emails
lost
about
focus
Asperger's
window.
that he created the Autism Mailbag,
God damn it.
designated for all future inquiries discussing the link between autism and Asperger's syndrome, which often went unanswered. Many trolls also assumed identities of notable individuals, such as future North Korean leader Kim Jong-un, and serial killers John Wayne Gacy and Jeffrey Dahmer, all failing to grab Chris's
And
attention.
the song request link.
One email was
Redeem.
reportedly from the popular male-to-female transgender porn actress Bailey J,
I mean,
asking Chris for dating advice,
I can
with
do
Chris
that.
commenting on her attached photo that she looked cute and pretty.
Wait a second, you don't look like...
On December 3rd, he recorded a
That's
video
not-
introducing the so-called parkour video that he would upload later that day.
I'm not completely stupid, my eyes are still working. That was not a
The downtown
normal
mall
woman.
track today.
I'm pretty damn sure.
In a effort to show how
I was thinking about something like this, but then there's also always the problem of, okay, let's say that you request something, and I need to actually look up what's the copyright situation for that, in most cases. I mean, I trust you enough, but you know, it's something that could be easily misused in a weak moment. Which is why I'm kinda like, maybe I have to look into it a bit more. Or maybe I can
yeah. So anyway,
offer a limited selection.
yeah, look, I got tired
Rechecked. For the moment.
tell you, my legs
I'm working on it.
bother me.
I have today done far too much in that area. I've created all of the emotes. Some of them are still pending because, you know, some of them are borderline. And I will openly admit, those are borderline. The lewdness in some of them goes very close to the edge. To be fair, but you know, where would be the fun there otherwise? And then all of the little redeems. But you know, you can count on one thing, as long as I'm not losing interest, there will be more of those. So yeah, if you have any ideas, no matter what, basically, just throw them out there. I'm gonna put them on a list and then I'm gonna check them one by one to see what is reasonable to do and what is not, basically.
Challenging physical discipline of free running with
I remember
a brand
that.
of squeezable margarine.
Hello there, fans. This is Christian Chandler here live at the downtown mall, where for the science shoe franchise for State of Quickville and everything like that, I'm going to do a parkgate from this point all the way down to the garage, parking garage, where at the end we'll get a nice view of the tent-style theater that's down there with Adventure Hill. And for best viewing, the camera will be hung around my left, right about here, so you get to see what I see from that point of view. And also, there may be one or two pauses where I have to catch my breath. Of course, that's to expect, even from the best runner.
There's the squeezed one again.
Alright, here we
It looks so sad when it gets
Chris
squeezed.
straps his camera around his neck
It's like,
and
oh,
begins running.
I'm small by
There are
nature,
6
but now I've been
jump cuts in the
squeezed.
video, which can be assumed to
Squeezed.
be Chris's rest periods, which he edited out of the finalized video. On average, he took a break from running every 30 to 40 seconds. The video itself actually does not feature any attempts at parkour and is solely a running video, with later calculations estimating that he ran 579 meters in around 3.5 minutes.
The amphitheater.
Nice. It also very much showcases just how very unfit he is. It is, and it's not. Yes, look at that, they're not squeezy.
Christian went to the mall and allegedly found some people who
Also,
claimed to
do you
know
see
of
how
Sonichu
very fucking
and
close
asked
I've
if they were
moved
obliged
when it
to do
comes
a
to
video
loot
interview
tests?
to raise awareness for his original character. After informing Vivian that he had
Technically speaking, since I haven't restricted it, at this moment in time, you can actually spam those as much as you want. There are no restrictions on that. Just because I wanted to try out how that looks when I actually put that on the screen and let it fly around. So feel free to use and abuse it.
By posting an official statement on the Wikipedia, clarifying his opinions on the
Ah,
topic.
I do love my work though.
Asperger's is
This was a
nothing
really
at
fun
all like
part.
autism. I've stated this fact over and over again
Quite
in my
a
replies to
time
messages from people
has
who
passed
tell
since I
me
was
otherwise.
that bloody
I feel
fucking
very
pleased
sick
with
and
myself
tired
doing
of hearing
something
that false rumor that
like
the
that.
two are anything
Really
to
reminds me
full
that I should
similar.
work more with that little
Firstly,
clip studio
I can
thing
verify that I
and
was
try out more
diagnosed with
options because
autism
there's
with
an
papers in
ass
my
lot more you
parents'
can do
filing
with that.
cabinets, and more current and immediate within my reach. I have the papers from my most recent psychiatric evaluation on November 5th, 2004.
Actually, we could take a
Mr.
quick
Chandler is a
trip back
22-year-old man
to
with a history of developmental delays and autism. Despite these limitations, he seems
Kind
to
of
have
love
been quite
to
successful in
finish that
maximizing
quest
his
too, couldn't
academic
we?
abilities. Despite his significant delays in language, he has over the years developed relatively effective communication skills. And with that, I've not only helped cultivate the first generation of autistic people, but I've gone beyond the autistic dreams academically, communicatively, and socially. Still, I've trouble maintaining eye contact. My mentality is sometimes slow, yet quick at other times. The people who first evaluated me ever even stated that I would never even make it to high school, much less even write his name. Take that and smoke it, oldest.
A bit of a waste of money, honestly, to
I've
play there
worked
for one
very
quest,
hard
but
to
meh.
achieve and maintain honor roll throughout middle and high school.
Okay,
and
it might
even to
level
make
us up,
the
wouldn't it?
PBCC's Dean
Probably,
list,
yeah.
and fulfill my parents' wishes to work for and earn the degree and certificate for computer-aided drafting and design. And those with
No, the
Asperger's
poor squeezy
dare to
ones.
try to take the shine and limelight
They're poor
away
and
from us
squeezed.
autistic people.
Poor
Not only
and
with their
squeezed, I
social
say.
flaws and such possibly similar traits to autism, but to shun us autistics by being better communicatively and mentally than us. I have received a
Sadly,
message
yeah.
from one who dared call me
I'm
normal
still kinda
in
trying to
comparison
look
to
if there's
him.
an option to
If
make sure that if you
anything,
post
the
like
Asperger
3,
people
4,
are
5 in a
and
row, it
have
actually
been
gives you 3,
normal.
5, 4.
They think they can one-up or even match autism with the
But
lack
right now
of
you would
social
have to quite literally
capability
spam
and their
that.
clumsiness and such.
Like bling bling
Those
bling bling bling,
characteristics
which
can
is a
be
pain in the
faked
ass.
by them who are most normal compared to us true autistic people. Even their title is flawed. Asperger's. It can be misconstrued into a most terrible cut of meat from any animal.
Wait a second,
even
let me
something
change
that
this
can be picked
option.
nasally.
Okay, little Terry,
I
try
fought
again. Let's
long
see
and
if this
hard
has
to make
changed
a
this.
stand for the autistic people. I will most certainly not let those imposters steal the true original title of autistic from any of us. Victory over autism belongs only to us true autistic people.
Yes, now it works.
Physicians
Look
with
at that.
Asperger's syndrome heavily inspired one Alec Benson Lilly to create Asperchu, a webcomic series parodying Sonichu and Christian. The main character, Asperchu, was physically an amalgam of both Christian and Sonichu, with most of his personality traits being based on Chris, though some details
Yes,
about
so
his
now you
life
should
were
have even more
intentionally
freedom.
twisted in order to rile up Christian. For example, he had Asperger's syndrome rather than autism. He liked to hang out with his group of male friends, whom he called Joy Boys. He played video games on an Xbox, and the 7 Sonichu balls were replaced with 7 Chaos Pickles.
Chaos
the comic
Pickles,
also
of
featured
course.
appearances from other Sonichu characters, and even Chris himself, who was renamed to Ian Brandon Anderson. When Alec Benson Leary first started making the comic, he sent it to Christian asking for his opinion, but none was forthcoming. An email from Benson Leary
Immediately
made
goes
an
for
appearance
bam.
in Mailbag 10's rejected section. Why have you not responded to the truly amazing comic
I
I
might
sent
want
you?
to have them stay
I'm
on a
referring,
bit
of course,
longer,
to my
actually.
one
Let's
true
see if we
and
can
honest
quickly do this.
creation, the original Asperchu, the electric/Asperger's type hedgehog Pokemon, which I recently showed to you as a token of my esteem for you.
Hey, let's up that
I
a
think
little
you are
bit,
perhaps
then they should
scared
stay a
and
bit longer.
confused by my rise to greatness. If I knew you were ever to be worried by my meteoric rise to
Rainbow
fame,
Folded
I
Heck.
would never have written to you with such uncareful regard for your feelings. I wanted you to know that you have inspired me to greatness, not to take anything away. I think you were scared of my speaking to you because I compared myself to you. You see, I did not mean to compare my Asperger's to your autism. For as you say, the two are totally and completely different, and are never and have never been the same. The only way I wanted to compare myself to you is that as you are an artist, I aspire to be an amazing artist as well. I hope you will accept
Yeah,
my
that is
peace
going to
offering
make
of Asperchu and Sonichu, meeting as friends that I have attached. Your friend and protege.
I love it. It's bloody fucking amazingly autistic, isn't it? I think that fucking flyer out on the screen.
While holding hands on the beach. Christian evidently did not accept Alex's apology. Firstly, you wished you were me. And second, I apologize for putting your letter into the reject page, but I felt it necessary because
look over there.
you are
They've run
obviously
into
a troll
objects.
from what you've typed. And two, your drawing infers homosexuality. And I do not care for that goddamn lifestyle or whatever word is used to describe it. After
Sexuality?
Wikipedia mailbag 10,
That's gonna be
Christian
fun.
asked Cogsdev to stop sending him
I
stressful
can see
fan
that
mail
being
to
fun.
answer. Cogsdev
I have
chose
fun
to
with
ignore
it at
this
least.
request.
I can tell you that much.
On December 5th,
Ah, I do know
Christian
it.
uploaded a special season's greetings video.
Nothing better than sitting, half a day on something, have some fun with it, and have other people go like, yep, this is actually quite fun to play with. Actually quite happy, and quite proud actually. But yes, we are going to fine-tune this over the next couple days, maybe weeks, until we find the perfect balance where we can all have the most fun with this.
There will be signs in
Very
the
important.
sun, the moon, and the stars. And on the earth, distress among nations, people will faint from fear and
Also, I just realized, when you squeeze them, what you're actually doing is you're squeezing the poor little girl's tits.
I'm listening.
I see what you're doing there, little Terry. I see what you're doing there. And I approve of it. Very much so.
we love you, we praise you. Amen.
That's why you like them squeezing, eh? I see now. Fair point, my friend. Fair point indeed.
Thank you all for your continued support, and we will make the franchise victorious. Yeah.
Okay, escape from me. I've seen through your logic. And I've approved of it. Very much so.
On December
Who doesn't
6th,
like to squeeze
Troll
titties?
Jack Thaddeus called Christian over the phone, mostly to berate him for his work ethic, exercise regimen,
Look at all of those
and his
squeezed
stance on
titties.
Asperger's.
That's my man, Terry. Always going after them titties.
Are trying to take the
Understandable. Very understandable
limelight
indeed.
away from you people with autism. That's like saying that people with cancer are trying to take the limelight away from people with AIDS. Although you'd probably like that, considering you hate the hell mouth.
Why they?
You know, a friend of mine has AIDS.
Now we're gonna fly over
He's
to
gay.
good old Ashenvale. Oh, maybe a few more quests. Watch the end of this part, and then I'll probably have to excuse myself and get to bed.
I assume
And
that
don't
because
you worry, tomorrow I'll be back.
Oh, you assume,
You can count on it. I will make the best of this
you
last
assume
week.
that everybody that has AIDS is
Because,
gay.
let's be honest, it's probably gonna be the last week in a
that's
while
way to fucking,
that we can play that much.
fall into the fucking
I will enjoy this.
You know, a
I
lot
will
of
make the
people
bloody
have
best
AIDS,
of this
not just
time.
gay people. But anyways, I'm pissing you for multiple reasons. First of all, the comic sucks. Second of all,
Boy, the
Vivian
comic is...
sucks.
Well, I mean, okay,
You
the
know,
art style, the
Vivian's
placing,
been
many other
yelling
things.
at me saying
Admittedly,
that
there's
I'm
some things
interfering,
that...
I'm interfering. I didn't do
Why?
shit.
Because you see, this week, basically it works like this. My work contract starts officially at the 1st, but since I had to do some rehearsal work first, that kinda... signing of the contract starts later, and so I'll start my new job next week on Monday. And since it's a new job, I will not be able to just, take a few vacation days that easily. I have to wait a bit. There's also a testing period of like 3 months usually in a contract. I'll basically have to work a lot. So streaming will probably be back to a bit smaller number. I mean, at this moment, I think over the last few days I had like, on average, around 7 hours per day at least.
Anyways, God, parkour. You seem to really not understand parkour. What is
See, this is actually one of the very few moments in life where I'm sitting like, I'm thinking to myself, if this is what is included, I would actually like to make a living off of this because, this is actually fucking fun. But I do know of the perils of being self-employed, and I can tell you, it ain't all sweet. Also, I don't think at the
what you said you were
numbers
doing
right
with
now I could make a
parquet,
living of this if I wanted to.
Parquet is a brand of
Work
butter.
these.
Okay, well, I forgot. I had trouble remembering.
Doesn't mean
what
that I'm
the
gonna
word
stop
was.
streaming, mind you. As fucking shit as bloody fun, I'm not gonna fucking stop. It's fucking all.
Alright.
But let me see.
Teaching you manners.
I mean, Christmas season is upon us soon, which means lots of work in retail, usually. That's not a good time to take time off, especially not as a new guy. It's a shame when you don't want. You'll make it. However, and honestly, I still stand with my core principle. I'm not doing this to have any, aspirations of grandeur or trying to get famous or making money off of it. Actually, no. I'm doing this first and foremost because I want to have fun with it. That's actually, as long as that is fulfilled, I'm already quite happy with myself. I'm not for, a good Cronus is motivation. I probably wouldn't even have tried to get affiliated in the first place. I was kind of like, maybe if it happens, it happens. But like Grosh gave some motivation. I was like, okay, I'm just gonna try my best to set that. Always nice to have a friend go like, yeah, do it, you can.
Alright then.
Yeah.
Maybe I will.
I'm pretty fucking awesome.
I actually, and to be fair, I have to admit that much first and foremost, a bit of a boomer. I don't really know what would be the best way to promote yourself in the wide internet in order to grow things like a YouTube or Twitch channel. And honestly, yeah, I like to keep things going in this way. It's kinda nice. Kinda like it.
Okay.
The rest, what happens will happen, and we'll see what will be tomorrow. After all.
Trials and adversities make you stronger. Take your problems head on. Do not fucking dodge.
Feels like just the right pace to me. Community.
I just read that from
Indeed. I mean,
Except I added the fucking part because Chinese people
building
don't
up a
curse
small little
lot.
community of people you can play games with and have fun with sounds first and foremost like a pretty good plan, doesn't it?
Yeah.
If that happens, yep.
Now I'm pissed, Chris, because I know what you're doing. You're not even listening. I remember
Thanks for the reminder.
you did this with Clyde. You just sit
Sure, I'll
there
take a zip
and
then.
just like go, yeah, yeah. Do I do a good
To
impression?
be fair, I have replaced the water with coffee in this case, but
Remember when
they're
he
bloody
convinced
tasty.
you to go to Redmond and you didn't go?
Right.
You didn't go because you don't give a shit about Sanchu.
No, I didn't go because I thought it was a trap.
Actually, I think we should probably go over here because yeah, there's some good quests there and there. I will go over there and just do that. Yeah, do some more quests. Have some fun. Tomorrow basically we'll get the same. I'll start probably around my afternoon. And we'll do another 2 streams. And on Saturday you'll get a whole bloody fucking 24 hours of me.
Yeah, that's why they shelter you like you're a
For
baby.
your pleasure and
You know what?
enjoyment.
My parents threw me out when I turned 18.
Dungeon quests.
You know why they threw me out?
Dungeon quests. There are some dungeon quests there.
Oh, that earned
I
you.
kinda wanna take them, I kinda don't. On one hand, there's always a chance you randomly find a group just needing another guy, and if you have the quest, then that's good for you.
Strength and honor.
On the other side of the argument, I do need to keep my quest log somewhat open.
I don't know.
Yeah, well, we'll just fly over there and see what they actually have to offer. And while this is happening, I'm just quickly going to check up on the streams, especially on the YouTube side. That one has always a bit of a smarty wanky side.
We have fun, don't we, Chris?
Well, you are anyway.
Yeah.
And I'm not going to interrupt.
Anyways, throw some balls, get some initiative.
You can two-man the dungeons.
Fucking promote the shit out of Sancho.
A few of them we can obviously, yes, especially if you're available. Pretty sure at this level, if I had another guy with me, preferably either a tank or a healer or something that can, allow me to just do damage, we could probably do Rage Fire Chasm pretty easily.
And you don't fucking abuse your fans.
No problem. I mean, I could actually try to do this alone, but it's such a pain.
You're fat.
The Voidwalker's OP.
Okay, I guess we're done.
My Voidwalker can't hold aggro for shit, though.
Okay. Take care. Merry Christmas.
I mean, maybe, I haven't tried him yet, but in my memory, and my memory in this case is very good, in Classic and the Burning Crusade, the Voidwalker could not hold aggro for shit, which takes completely away what he needs to do. He also did not nearly have enough buffness in order to actually be even remotely comparable to an actual tank. I remember that much.
Rosechu is in the garage doing laundry, while Sonichu admiringly looks up her skirt as she is bent over and observes her panties. Sonichu tells her that he was chatting with some of his fans when some homosexual fans made their appearance. While he states that he welcomes fans of all orientations, he is greatly troubled by the fact that the comics have been misunderstood and thought by many as promoting homosexuality. He declares that almost everyone in Quickville and the surrounding area is straight, including their true creator, Christopher Christian Ricardo Weston Chandler. Rosechu offers Sonichu sex, but they are interrupted by the crashing sounds of an enemy invasion. The acting mayor of the town, Allison Amber, calls for the help of Quickville's own Power Rangers force and the Samurai Pizza Bots, which are Christian's version of Autobots from Transformers, with their title referencing the anime Samurai Pizza Cats.
Oh, come on,
These
that's a
bots
classic.
Are in fact Transformers who are
Samurai
disguised
Pizza
as
Cats.
pizza delivery trucks. Chris then shows several scenes of the other Sonichus and Rosechus fighting off invading Jerkops. Blake and Bubbles then see an approaching army of SAVs, or scoundrels as vessels, which are a type of Decepticlone, based on the enemy class of Decepticon Transformers. They manage to defeat them. Meanwhile, Sonichu and Rosechu take down some more foes as well. Magitan comes face to face with Sylvana, who attempts to reason with her by telling her to withdraw her allegiance to her father, Count Graduon, so that she can lead a true and honest life with her original female gender fully restored. She declines his offer, so they commence a psychic battle. With Sonichu tiring from the fight,
that's annoying.
What do you with a holographic projection of Christian in the driver's seat, transforms into Sonichu and leads the Autobots to battle to defeat the Decepticlones.
A little bit of a combination play
The
down.
comic then introduces two new characters, Chloe Rosechu and Blaze Bob Sonichu, both
Because I
originally
think,
created by
yep,
Sarah
it's
Cassandra
there.
McKenzie, or Panda Halo, who in the
I
comic
think there's some
tragically
more
dies in a
but this
fire
general
started
area
by an
on the
SAV and is given a brief dedication by Christian.
fucking screen.
Sonichu
Yeah, we're gonna
comes
fly
face
back
to face
there again.
with a new
Shit.
Sonichu,
Gonna walk there.
IBA Chandler, Liquid Chris's Sonichu form. Sonichu quickly slashes open IBA Chandler's chest with his tail and breaks his paper-thin medallion in two, which changes
This
him
window
back to
loses
human
fucking
form.
focus far too
Sonichu
easily.
calls the ambulance to tend to his physical
Interestingly enough.
and mental ailments.
If you looked for game, you might
Rosechu
want
is
yet.
kidnapped by Robotnik, Giovanni.
I've taken a look. I haven't seen anything immediately pop up.
Sonichu quickly escapes with
There's
Rosechu,
some maybe
while
options
Bionic the
there.
Hedgehog makes an appearance and briefly battles
But I
Nature,
kinda would like to,
who launches his very own curse
sleep
of
on that one more day.
embarrassment at Bionic. He deflects
Because
the
I get
attack
new games
and
rarely
throws
these
it
days, so I
back
kinda
at
need to, you know,
who then pees his
make
pants
sure of it.
and defecates onto the floor.
I mean, you could always go for something a bit more punishing to yourself,
to the mall by
like
Magic,
Thrones of
who then
Britannia, for
informs them of
example.
several notable
That's
events
just a
which
shit
have
show.
transpired in a long wall of text, possibly as a way for Christian to avoid drawing
And you can sit there and complain about
One of
CA
these
being an
events was
asshole
the
for
unfortunate
basically
death
eternity
of
playing
Ivy,
it.
who was trapped in the
I
elevator
mean,
when
it's
she
not like
was
they haven't tried
forced
any
to
good things,
to
but
collapse.
the
And as she
execution
fell, her neck got
severely
tangled
lacking.
in the cables, killing her. When Sonichu arrives at the mall, he fights off Slowwheeler Ryan, who gets fatigued and retreats with Count Graduon, vowing to fight another day.
Well, I'm tired.
Sonichu says that he let her go because only Christian himself can kill her. In the epilogue, the Sonichu spot an opening in the time void and manage to finally pull Christian out of it. He transforms into Christian
They still play
Sonichu,
Crusader Kings
tells
3.
the others of his
Honestly, I
yet to
think
be
Crusader
revealed
Kings 3
plan,
would,
and charges towards the city.
actually both of them,
On the
3
final
or 2.
page, Chris
Choose
announces
both
that after
available
his
for
plan
free so
is
we can all
executed,
play that,
he would
no
no longer
problem.
insert himself into the
3
story.
would need to buy, but
The
we,
comic
since
also
I have all of the
concludes with
DLC, we
that
can play
Sonichu
with all
and
of the
Rosechu
DLCs
got
at least.
married in secret 3 years ago and have 3 children.
Which
The next
means
day, Chris began uploading pages
probably a good idea for
Sonichu 10,
Saturday.
and
Because
also
if I'm gonna do
kept
24
restoring
hours
the video.
of content
am
at
looking
once,
to my European fans
then games like that
to
actually
make
run for a long
donations
while
to
are
Wikipedia.
actually not a bad
Not
choice.
only to keep it up, but to help get it on the goddamn farm.
Also, those games have the advantages. If one of you drops out in the middle, we can let you be controlled by an AI. Listen now.
Anyway, donations are greatly
Might have some
appreciated.
plans.
And
Or two.
they have,
I don't want to
noted
just
on
sit there for
there, plus
24
donate
hours
over 1,000
with
euros.
me.
Place to get to place your ads there, no questions asked. And with that, I also am looking for sponsors, and I am looking maybe
A
towards
briefing.
the
What do you
Coca-Cola
need to know?
company for them to
Give
sponsor
me all
Wikipedia
the
to us
questions
on
you have.
franchise.
I shall answer them
And
to
the
the bestest of
Coca-Cola
my
company
ability.
in the
Don't
European
worry.
area to make the donation to put their ads all over on the
That's all.
Wikipedia ads.
Just a short little aside. See, all of these Chris videos have one very important aspect that I would like to very much bring to your attention. See, if you ever wanted to do something, I'm let the game is over. Oh, I'll teach you, don't you worry. Step by step. Gonna be fun. But also, yeah. In Christian's homemade little videos, yeah, a very good example of, you know, what I would like to point out. If you decide to do something like, for example, streaming, you really shouldn't save on your fucking microphone, because the audio quality that he has is fucking horrible. If you have to make a fucking mixed deal of getting, you know, basically a bad fucking camera and a bad fucking microphone, or you can get one good one, get a good microphone to start off with. Honestly, I think that is more important than the rest. Because otherwise you'll end up with this nonsense. Jesus fucking Christ, Chris. Yeah, my 2 cents about you now. You wanted to start.
That
That one is there.
About the people who do the animation for Family Guy, thinking about making a skit.
And probably yes, the other mission. This mission called Still Something,
I would
I think.
like to make it clear that
Somewhere.
I don't want just a skit. If
I
you're
think.
gonna do anything
I'll
about
hope.
me, I would like to be involved and
Also,
myself.
that's a good bit of advice. Treat your equipment better than fucking Chris does. If you start punching your cameras or microphones, yes, they're not gonna last. It ain't really surprising now, is it?
Agreement says McFarlane and the crew. I have
For
watched
some
all the
mystical
episodes of
reason.
Family Guy, regardless of the way.
Let's just before water
I drew a
elementals.
good version myself, which these
That
drawings I'm going to
is
show on here.
there.
We'll put it on the Wikipedia a little later on tonight.
Okay.
Along with the next page. Anyway,
It's mine. Where's
there
the
you go.
ink?
It's
I
a
wanna
good version of me right there to draw for the show.
it's TC's, right? Is
And
it?
this here's a Family Guy version
Right now?
Science Roshi
Could
that I
be.
drew. I even wheeled down and
Glory
he gave me
to the
24
Horde.
fingers.
May your blades
He then
never
talks
dull.
about the vague ideas he has for possible sonitude.
I mean,
and
at least
Family
around
Guy
here, it's hunting
crossover
season for fucking
episodes.
water elementals and shit.
I'm Christian Chandler. Thank you very much.
God damn it.
Have a good evening.
What does it now, PC? Why are you bothering me?
Video. Or just now. If this show does go into process, like I said, I definitely want to voice myself and Sanjay. As for Rojan, I have a gal cow. That is close, and I trust that she's not. But we are good friends, and I feel that she has a great voice. She could voice Roshu very well.
Or so he claims.
I mean that. Anyway,
You know, if he really wanted to make this into a fucking animated series or so, he could do it himself. Go out in those forums, talk to the people, see if you find somebody who has some... I mean, some people who made the fan comics of him have some talent at least in animating things.
The letters, which
Start
solely
there.
consisted of inquiries from persons
Do
who
it
were
indie
interested in
style.
learning more details
Blood
about Christian's
and
life,
thunder.
or Christorians,
Like there were some
were written as
supplies.
part of an organized information gathering campaign, codenamed Operation Mailbag. Chris's answers were, for the most part, significantly longer
An
than
animation
previous
without runners, then
mailbags.
return here. Okay.
Among other things, his
Something we can
relationship
do.
with his mother and half-brother, Cole Smithy, and revealing that if he were unable to continue the Sonichu comics at an older age,
Yeah, that's
he would
gonna be
pass
fun.
down that obligation to his child.
I think those are
Chris seemed
stealth,
to
if
have
memory
become
serves.
revitalized with energy,
Wait, you're not
holding
gonna sleep?
another Sonichu issue and
I
continuing
kinda want to...
control
Oh wait, the
induced
episode is
boost of
finished.
fame
I
and
was
popularity.
saying you have to...
But as the dust was settled with
Ouch!
the conclusion of the Liquid Chris saga,
I was about to say, if the episode is not finished, we're gonna do one more quest until it's finished, but I wasn't aware it's actually finished. Thanks for reminding me. Also, you know, there was actually a pretty decent church I just keep playing on myself. But like, yeah, why is the sun coming up all of a sudden? WoW really is addictive when it comes to that. Once you get into the flow, it becomes really, really, really addictive. Well, what have we learned today, children? We have learned that Christian is still an absolute. Absolute, yes, he's just an absolute. Those are not any better. But I was just mentioning that WoW really is quite addictive, and it's easy to fall into the habit of playing a lot more than you actually want to once you are actually in the flow of things. I could quite literally sit here for another 3 hours or so. No problem, probably, and just keep playing this. As long as I have an excuse. Luckily my excuse just ran out in the form of the video ending. Because otherwise, really, it can happen. Especially open. The combination of, you know, a game that is easily playable over a long amount of time, plus the time zone. The normal Berlin one, that's +1, I think. I don't know what it's called though. Have anything to sell? No. The German time zone, basically. Okay, let's spend some money on repairs. Sell that. That in the back. As you can see, with this little clock here, we have like, you know, test. It could be. I could never be bothered to remember that, because frankly, when I need to have contact with people outside of my time zone, usually instead of asking what time zone you're in, I'm just asking how much, you know, what's the clock say? How late is it? And I'm just remembering, you know, how many plus minus hours I have to take into account. Phew. It was a nice session. Also, I do feel like the soundtrack is kind of nice. You can really influence your gaming experience. It is indeed. It's 2:45 in the morning. See, there's a little clock here. You can see it. Real time, local time. You can also go over here and see it. Yeah, well, I mean, you can't because the fucking video is there. Right, I forgot about it. I put that in the upper right corner. And I'm sitting here like, well, you can't see the clock, can't you? No, of course you can't. I'm sorry, Derek, that was my mistake. Let me quickly go like, whoop. Now you can see the clock. I'm sitting here all smart like, huh, there's a clock at it. I can just look at it. Sometimes you have such a golden moment yourself, don't you? You kind of forget how you set things up. Also, you know, staying up this late probably is not gonna work well once I start working again, so back to evening streams of a more normal, because normally what I would do during the week is basically I started around 9 in the evening and play for an hour or two and then up to bed. But hey, if things go well, then next year in, I want to say February, March somewhere, I'd probably be reasonably able to take at least a, you know, a week of vacation. And that would actually allow us to repeat this, basically, to a certain degree. Usually some shit does keep on me on the side, because otherwise, if it weren't for the fact that some other things do still need to be doing on the side, I'd probably have spent this whole week just sitting around playing games, to be fair. Tempting. That's what you get for that. Don't run in front of me, dear. But yes, I would say rather nice, successful day. As for tomorrow, well, today, to be fair, today's Friday. Which means in the evening we have some Neverwinter nights, as usual. We do get close to the end there, and I'm pretty sure the little Terry is, little William is already very happy and looking forward to that. We'll see. Yeah, there's a flying all over the screen. It's all smooshed though. But I mean, who doesn't like squeezing some nice little titties? Rather pleasant, I'd say. Rather pleasant indeed. But hey, and probably I'm going to be doing it the following way. I'm going to be around midday, early afternoon, doing the first stream. A nice 3-4 hours, depending on what we're feeling like, basically. Maybe some more WoW, maybe some more Hoi, maybe something completely different. Whatever the fuck suits me and my needs at the moment the best, basically. And then we're gonna play some Neverwinter Nights. I don't think we're gonna finish this episode, but I think we only have like 1 or 2 episodes left there too. And well, we'll see. Actually, if I'm in the mood, I might finish it, considering that I actually can play quite a bit longer than I usually can. On the other side of the argument, we might also end it and do something else. Maybe if the Crones has some time, we'll play something with him and maybe continue the Chris saga, although he has very clearly stated that he does not want to do that exclusively, which I can absolutely understand, because that would drive any normal person fucking insane. I also would like the Kronos' little channel to stay a gaming channel and not become a fucking quiz channel. I mean, I wouldn't hold it up against him if it makes him popular, but I would kinda lose interest. Did you break the thing? It shouldn't break that easily, but as I said, since this is basically something I smooshed together in like, well, to put it mildly, a day, there might be some kinks that still need fixing, to be fair. Also, there are probably some cooldown times and everything else still active somewhere, in order to make sure things are not, well, overloading, basically. So, I'm assuming. Could make them bigger. Yeah, I guess there would probably be an upper limit. Although I don't see really an option for that yet. But well. I also think this is kinda laid up in a way that you can... wanted to end the stream for me. You will not crash my stream. My stream will be stronger than you. Unlimited power. But hey, it was a fun stream, and we had some Christian, we had some fucking WoW leveling, we had some nice old good fashioned zoning out to the nice music of well, the Stone Talon Peaks. I love it. That's nice. I remember being in that zone for quite a while actually, just mindlessly murdering scenarios, daughters, sons, and everything else that, you know, wasn't running away quickly enough. Just so, you know, I could do it. Pretty sure I grinded level 2 there, originally. Which, you know, this poor little warlock didn't have to go through, but I was a high chance for that. One thing we will do... Boop, I'm gonna give you this again, and then we're gonna go over here, and we listen to it one last time.
Hey, sorry I missed your call. I was just calling you back to let you know that I love you and I miss you.
It's so fucking fake. Ah, fuck's sake.
I really want you to call me back. And I'm sorry I missed your phone call, and that I know you're done. So when you get this, can you call me back? I love you, and I miss you.
This is the fakest fucking crying I've ever fucking heard in my life. And I've heard some woman putting on the fucking crocodile tears, honestly. And some of them are really good at it, and you don't realize it immediately, but god fucking damn it. That woman has not done it once so fucking ever. We shall thank the strategy bomber very much for introducing that to us, because that will... You'll see this in the future. I find a way to include it somewhere. I swear to God. Just the sound of it. Now we can end it on a fucking high note, can't we? But yeah. As such, we shall do our usual outro, because I do love my little outro. After all. I shall bid you adieu for the moment. I've already told you when and how and if I'll be back. If is actually not a question, you can scratch that immediately. Yeah. I might actually be able to get that for the ding sound, because right now I added it in the basically Twitch sound, which is nice and dandy for it, because that's the sound I'm used to at this point. But that would be a good alternative. I just need to basically find a way to A, download the video, B, cut out the everything else apart from the part, and then apply it. Oh, I can apply that to the redeems, can't I? Yes, I can. So every time you fucking redeem, instead of getting the pling, you get a... It would be kind of amazing, wouldn't it be? I'm probably gonna leave the normal sounds normal, so I actually realize when somebody is subscribing, following, and just not confusing me. But we could do that for the redeems, because they technically speaking have no set sound. For me, at least, at the moment. Yeah, let me just quickly write that down. Gonna take a bit of work, but I'm not shy of work. How am I gonna write this? I just write he. Yeah, that's a nice sentence. Edit he in redeem. I'm probably going to remember what that means. I just need to decide how much of the video I'm actually going to take, because this is 43 seconds long. That's a bit too long for an alarm sound, especially if you have multiple people redeeming things. The software wouldn't really be able to hold up. That would sound horrible. So probably just a bit of the he part. I need a good though. Yeah, I have some ideas how to do that. It's not perfect yet, but it's taking shape in my head. It's a good start. But yeah, as I said, we'll end it here. So let me just quickly look who has dropped by on the different sides. Because if the sooner I go to bed, the sooner I'm awake again, and the sooner I can start doing some workies. I would say the but yes. So yeah, on the YouTube side we have well, we have the little Terry, to be fair, who came by like, yes sir, and then changed over to the Twitch side. Fair point. That's where he likes to be. I like him to be there. Everybody's happy. But I can see that some people have dropped by, which is very nice of them, even though they might be a bit more on the silent side of things, which I can appreciate too. Next, on the left side, the older Twitch side, we have, first and foremost, after little Terry dropping by. If we're playing WoW and Terry doesn't reply, I would feel somewhat disturbed. I would actually be somewhat worried about him, to be fair. I'm like, that's not good. Because, you know, I do know he enjoys that. And next in line, we had little Strategy Bomber. After all, a well-known face. There is just no debate there. He's around for whenever you need him. So, you know, hands you with some nice facts about the difference between hot dogs and whatever the other thing was. I've already forgotten the name again. That's a skill. And next, you could say last but not least in this nice little list of names, we have El Kronos himself, coming by, staying for quite a bit, and then, well, taking care of things. Like a man. Dum dum dum. I think, at the very least, that is everyone I can name easily. And as for everybody else on the more lurking side, you feel appreciated too. Pat yourself on the shoulder for a job well done indeed. And, well, I do hope to see you again soon, as in, well, since that's that late today, actually. And we'll see what we'll play next. And, you know, now I can actually tell you that there's one more advantage to dropping by, namely that you can play around with all of the little emotes. There are actually more, a few of them are still pending. There's a wiggle one. That's the most risky one, and it's pending. I'm very much looking forward to what, and if Twitch will let that pass. Because that quite literally is, that's testing the borders quite hard. Let's just say. Hey, you have emotes, you have little redeems to play with. Awesome, isn't it? You know, Twitch is all like, yeah, set this up so your audience can interact with the stream and can play with it, and that is gonna do wonders for your fucking channel. I'm sitting there like, Twitch, I don't give a shit. I just like playing with this. That's amazingly fucking fun. Tell me it's good for me, that I need to do this. No. Just tell me nothing and let me play with it. You wanna see it? Oh boy, you will see it. Actually, at some point, I think I'm going to introduce stuff like that to the Discord too, because I'm pretty sure Discord has quote-unquote emotes too. I have no idea how to set it up because I haven't really worked that much with Discord in the past, but I don't think anyone is going to stop me on my own server getting that in. Technically speaking, on my own server, I could probably get the uncensored version even. Probably. I don't think Twitch would be too bothered about it. We'll see. As I said, most of this, you know, new internet stuff for an old man like me is kinda a bit new. But I will admit there's some very fun parts to it. Now we're playing around with it is fun. Now, is there anything else I immediately need to say? According to my notes, not. And everything else, according to my memory about the planning and whatnot, we have talked to. And worst case scenario, we can talk about it in a few hours again, because, as I said, I'll be back. Basically in the morning I'll be doing some Yeah, stuff over at no parents, and then up for nitro boost testing server specific. Oh. Yeah, I kind of have to look into that, because if there's another place where I can spam my little emotes into, those will probably become a bit of a standard. Twitch lets them go through, all of them. Because, you know. Ooh, also technically speaking, you haven't seen it yet, because nobody made it yet. But technically speaking, if you donate through the Steam Labs thingy, for example, it doesn't really matter how much, if it's €1 or no, or 4 basically, there's a very risky one to get to show whenever that happens. I'm actually looking forward to when that happens the next time. I've seen it, you haven't, but you will not be disappointed, my friend, I can tell you that much. There will be wriggling, there will be titties. I want to leave it at that. What a nice little way of making people donate. It's like, if you want to see some titties, donate, please. Damn it, I've become a female streamer without being female. No, jokes aside, I kind of changed that around too, because I was kind of getting bored of having the same little standard symbol that they gave me to play with, and I was like, you know what? Since I'm already doing this for everything else, I'll do it for this too. And so far, at the very least, at least Streamlabs doesn't give a shit what I put in there. I don't think Twitch gives much of a shit as long as I don't show you the actual, you know, bare breasts. But hey, I censored the nipples. What more do you want from me? Well then, enough joking about titties and my obvious lewdness in trying to get this to just pass. But, well, never made a secret out of that particular part, honestly. Don't really see the point. I don't think there are many men out there who would be like, yeah, no. Titties, no. I think most of them would be like, yeah, titties, yes. And I'm honest about liking my waifus, so you know, of course, my titties will usually be attached to some waifus. You'll get them, both. If you want to or not, basically. But yeah. It's a bit of a special one. Usually I don't do it after this, but I will be special, and I will personally wish little Terry hopefully a good night's sleep. I remember you having some trouble falling asleep recently, so hope that works better for you today. If you feel the need to go to bed, that is. I mean, feel free to stay awake. You're alive, man. But do try to get some sleep at times, you know? Because otherwise, you know, once Saturday comes around, we want to play, we're tired, that's not good. Also, I can tell you from experience, the older you get, the more important it becomes. Nice. Shall take one last final zip then. Just for you, little Terry. That actually was the last zip. Exactly enough. Not bad. But yeah. Thank you all very much for dropping by, and, well, I do hope to see you all again soonish, as in, well, a few hours. A few hours indeed. That in mind... With that in mind, once again, have a good one, and bye-bye for the moment. Actually, no, no matter. If you do have something else to say, actually, if any of you have any more good ideas about what sort of redeems you might want to have on the Twitch side, just... You can potentially just write me a message on Discord too. It's an option. You can join the server too. It's free, it doesn't cost you anything. But there's as much on it. Although, to be fair, there is now a bit of porn on it. And so pictures of fucking white men or something like that. I haven't even counted. Just a small selection I found while I was browsing and see just how much porn there is of white men. The amount is amazing, I can tell you that much. But hey, well. Options. Yeah. Bye-bye, then, now. There's like, yeah, he needed to mention that one, didn't he? Yes, I do. I'm honest about it. Actually speaking, if you are on the server already, I'm not keeping you from posting your own, not so safe for work stuff there. As long as, you know, you keep the obvious guidelines in mind. Like, you know, probably should stay away from the gore, and probably stay away from the lolies. Which I kind of find a bit of a shame, but, you know, them's the rules, basically. Them's the rules indeed. But apart from that, go ahead, knock yourself out. Upload fucking pictures if you're so into it. It's totally saying that just so I can discover, you know, maybe some new nice pictures for my own collection. Of course not. I would never be such a selfish person, now would I? No. I'm just telling you, out of the goodness of my heart, that there's an option. Even I can keep a straight face with that statement. Okay. Well, enough joking around now. It's probably a good sign to log off it if you start laughing at shit. And, well, yeah. Once more, one last time. Bye bye.